Yo!
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 409 of D&E Takeover. Let me just address this right off the bat. For anyone listening to me right now, either sounds like I smoked a bunch of cigarettes, which I did not. I'm coming off of
Really?
losing my voice for the last weekend, so I will not be talking as much as I normally will do in this podcast, but I will still put in my input. I just want to say, everyone, if you hear my voice crack, just know that I'm not going through puberty. Unfortunately, I'm out of that stage, and just bear with it. It's getting better. This is the best it's been all weekend.
Listen, if you drop a 1 in the chat and send the podcast to someone that's not subscribed yet, it will donate $5 to David's cigarette addiction.
No,
It's
I don't have
gotten
it.
worse. It's gotten worse, guys. Listen, just drop a 1 in the chat. Send the show so much you know, and that they're not subscribed, and we could help David get off these cigarettes, man, because it's bad. You hear his voice? It's horrible.
I'm stuck between two things right now. And either A, I make my voice suffer even more to argue your points because you're about to say a lot of stuff, and I gotta defend myself, or B, I just let it slide and rest my voice for today. So I'm trying to decide. We'll decide as it goes through.
I win for today, bro. I win. You're cooked now. Okay.
Yeah, everything I want to have to agree with. Let me like this. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I mean, yo, David. You hated Amarim, right? Amarim should have been out, right? Correct. And the Glaciers, best owners in the world.
No. That's why I draw my line. You know that. But Xabi Alonso going to Manchester United.
Oh my God, David.
Manifest it. You gotta manifest it. Manifest it.
Pipe dream out of your head, bro.
Oh my
Y'all
God.
getting Ole, bro.
we got Michael. We got Michael Carrick right now as our intern manager. See how that goes.
Cooked. It's cooked.
I just want to say real quick, thank you to everyone that's tuned in to episode 409 of D&E Takeover.
Yes, sir.
The title right now, NFL playoffs did not disappoint. Round 1 was spectacular.
At all.
We had a game today, which I'm hoping if it's anything like the games that we experienced, other than the Chargers game, because I feel like that was the most disappointing one of the whole weekend. If it's anything like that, the other games, then we're in for a nice little treat because those games are fire.
To piggyback off what David is saying, this game tonight, there's no way it shouldn't disappoint. Realistically, the only game that was bad this weekend was the Chargers-Patriots game. Of course, it's the Chargers-Patriots game. Let's be so real. That game was so bad. I'm actually glad I missed that one out of all of them. I only managed to miss 2. I missed the Patriots one. I missed the Bills one, unfortunately.
But I missed the Bills one. That was a good game.
That was a good game. I missed that one. But I'm tempted for all the OGs that are on here right now. I see we got a couple people in here. Shout out to y'all. Hope y'all all subscribe and everything like that and share the show. Shout out to everybody. For all the OGs on here that know about my betting luck, I'm really tempted to waste some money and bet on the Steelers to win tonight. I really want to see the Steelers lose tonight, man. I don't know. David, what are you thinking? What do you think?
I'm saying is for all the viewers to bet responsibly. And that if Eric anytime during the show puts in a Steelers money line, everyone just go Texans. It's gonna guarantee to win.
Look, Phil's in the chat, yo. Shout out to hold on, really quick. Let's go through these. You mind if I go through these comments really quick, David?
You can do it.
All right, we got Bear in the building. Bear said, actually, you go through it because my computer's slowing. We got Bear in the building though.
Shout out to Bear. Appreciate popping out. He said best podcasters in the game. What's up, fellas? Appreciate popping out, Bear. Best fans in the game. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir,
Marcus says, he said, shout out to Marcus. Appreciate popping out, my guy. He said,
Marcus
got this dude stressing. He's out on his break smoking a pack before the next class. It's not even class time yet. That's the funny thing.
I'm telling you guys, again, if you just send the show to someone that's not subscribed and drop a 1 in the chat, you can donate $5 to David's GoFundMe cause to get him off of the e-cigarettes, man. It's not the regular cigarettes, it's the e-cigarettes.
Honestly,
he's on those.
I know I don't do any of that, so just give me $5 for fun. Like honestly, if we get a nice little 100, I get $100.
No, I collect the money though. I collect it.
Oh, what is this bogus?
Because we can't trust you with it because you go buy another pack of freaking cigarettes.
No, we need it for the podcast. Of course, you can trust me. Bear said, PT school so bad, hot rod going to E6 in the big 2026. Guys, I can't even defend myself. I can't. I can't even. We'll wait until Wednesday and for me to talk more.
I
Shout
love it. I love it.
I don't know if I popped up.
Let me. I'm gonna
SNW show. Appreciate popping out.
SN. Yeah, show 12. What's
Show
good,
12.
bro?
Appreciate
What's
popping out.
good?
You know, hopefully you subscribe, my guy. Enjoy. We got some sports talk to get into.
We got a lot.
And also Philip. Shout out to Philip. He's in the building. Appreciate you. Said, don't you dare bet on the Steelers, Eric. He knows the luck.
Oh, Phil. I was in Phil's. I had some time to catch Phil's live earlier. Shout out to Prime Time. If you haven't, go check them out. They're really good over there. With their sports talk and their graphics. I went to the chat and started teasing him. And I was like, yo, should I bet on the Steelers money line? And he started panicking. I don't
Eric,
know.
It's a scary thing when you do that because
I'm
control.
Tempted. I'm really tempted.
Eric, you control. You are the scriptwriter for all sports when you start gambling.
I feel like I should just so everyone's here right now. Right now, we got 11 people in the building. That's a lot of eyewitness. 13 now. That's a lot of eyewitnesses. If I say right now, I'll bet on the Steelers. There's a lot of people in here that can prove, if it does work out, to fully prove that I just cannot win bets. Now, granted, I had the Texans winning tonight regardless. I do. But if I bet on the Steelers and the Steelers lose, I mean, come on, bro. Like, I mean, what are we talking about? I was looking at some of the analysts. There's Stephen A. Smith. There's a couple. I'm forgetting the names already, but there's a couple of analysts. You know how Ryan Clark. Thank you. You know how they make the predictions before the game. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them had the Steelers winning tonight, so it wouldn't be crazy. And right now, they do have the Texans as a favorite, -160 on DraftKings. But I don't know, man.
Nah, this fucking cracks. Stephen A. Smith is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so we already know where he's gonna go with that one.
Yeah.
So that's already one biased vote. I mean, honestly, if you know, listen, playoff things are real and experience is real, but I can't see this Texans defense not doing the same thing they've been doing all season. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see for sure.
Bear said generational Steelers hate watch today.
Yes, sir.
Steelers. I like the Steelers. I like Aaron Rodgers. Jay said,
no. I'm not hearing that 41-year-old talk. 42-year-old talk.
I like Aaron Rodgers. He's one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
I need that man to get sacked on multiple occasions.
Imagine he gets sacked 0 times.
I cry.
Throws for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns to the generational game.
All right. Keep talking. Yo, matter of fact, Phil, add to the flame. Because I promise you, I'll bet on this team right now. I swear.
No, please, no.
Yo, bro.
Shout out to Jay. Jay's in the building. Appreciate popping out, Jay. He said,
"What's up, Jay?"
He said, "I mean, you do what you need to do." I don't know. What is he talking about? He's talking about either the
talking about your cigarette addiction.
Yeah, listen, Jay, it's not true.
David doesn't actually have a cigarette addiction.
Shout out to Crispy. Appreciate popping out, my guy.
Crispy. What's good?
He said, "Yo, he's mad, bro." He said, "My birds lost, guys." We said, "What the f?" He said, "Fly, Eagles, fly." Always. He said, "Always though." Listen, at the end of the day, we told you the 49ers are gonna win. The only way it doesn't work is if Eric puts money on it. But we are right on our predictions when we talk about it without gambling, without putting any money down. We said the 49ers are gonna win. Honestly, I want to give Eric his props because he was right on every single game so far.
Appreciate you.
I only got one wrong, and that was the Packers and Bears game because that was so close. Honestly, the Packers should have taken that one because
you should have had that right. Yeah,
but that was a close game by itself. But Eric right now is 100%, and right now in this game he has the Texans winning. And honestly, I believe that he's gonna finish out 100% wild card.
It's just so wild.
Takeover.
I appreciate it so much, David, and it's just so wild to me because, guys, I truthfully believe if I put a cent on any of those games, they'd all be wrong. Like, at least one of them would be wrong. But because I didn't, now all of a sudden, I mean, look at the way the Bears won. Granted, yeah, true comeback kids, true comeback fashion, true Bear fashion based off this season. But still, like, I'm over here kind of getting lucky. That should have been the Packers, and I'm sure we'll definitely go into it. Oh, the Steelers starting off strong, but I'm probably behind. I already know, so don't come at me for that. I'm probably behind a little bit, but
okay.
Yeah, man. Either way, my playoff bracket's still looking very strong. We'll go over. David, I don't know how much you had the Packers winning, which means that they would have faced the Seahawks. So you gotta do a little bit of.
It doesn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. we can save the time. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, because you had them losing regardless. It's not like a
Yeah.
big guy that was going
I,
for it
just-
further.
I still have the Seahawks beating the 49ers,
Okay.
especially with George Kittle popping his Achilles. We're wishing him a speedy recovery because that sucks for that team. But
Yeah.
they got a great head coach, great quarterback. They can get it done.
And while we break down some of these games, I know like we're kind of the Steelers are moving the football. What's going on? Okay. I don't like this at all already. I don't like this at all. Guys, there's gonna be a little bit of you're gonna see me pause mid sentence and mid thought because I am watching this game.
And
Like
it's
this
his
game is
ADHD. Eric has
the
undiagnosed ADHD.
the undiagnosed ADHD is going to be active today because every play is gonna matter to me, and also this playoffs has truly delivered. And before we go back into these comments, because I do want to go back to these comments, I want to do something a little different. I mean, it's not really that different. You guys always kind of dictate which way we go as far as our conversations, but I want to give you guys the floor. Which game do you guys want us to go into first? While David goes through all these comments, but which game do you guys want us to go into first? Comment down below. Let us know, and we'll go straight into it because I feel like it was banger after banger after banger. Now, don't troll and put down the Chargers versus the Patriots, please. Don't.
No, we can get into that, but that's like 5 seconds.
It'd be 5 seconds. Justin Herbert sucks. Okay, no, I'm kidding. But either way, that I just want to put that out there. But David, I'm throwing it back over to you, my guy.
You guys, I want to see what you guys have first. Bear said Eric put the mortgage on Steelers money line. Well, that's how Eric. That's a free charity for gambling.
Yeah, wait a minute. Did I just be in debt? In serious amounts of debt? Hold on.
Philip said. He said, if you bet on the Steelers, I had no choice but to airdrop emergency perk supplies for Aaron Rodgers. Ashwagandha. You gotta drop him ashwagandha.
It's like you see a care. All of a sudden, you see like a massive care package, like Call of Duty coming out of the sky.
And it's like Hunger Games. You ever watched Hunger Games?
Yes, like Hunger Games. It's just ashwagandha.
Yo, yeah, bro. You get sponsored from like Philip and Taff from Primetime.
Oh my gosh, man.
Bear said Steelers haven't won a playoff game in 7 years. Yeah, because they always come in as the 7th seed and they end up versing like the Chiefs. I remember one year they versed the Chiefs in the wild card game. The Chiefs won like 40-10, 17, something like crazy. It was a big blowout.
Let's see. I could look up their playoff history. Hold on. Let's see the last.
Yeah. Go ahead.
But you could continue to keep going. I'm just going to search it up really quick.
Crispy said, man, LOL. Yeah, I know it sucks. The Eagles, I don't want to say it. Their offense was non-existent. AJ Brown, we'll discuss him as we go on. We're definitely gonna get into the game. I don't want to give away too much, but AJ Brown, I feel like, is 95% out of there in Philadelphia.
Yeah, that situation is looking a little weird. We'll definitely talk about that.
Bear said,
and when you're ready, I got the stats for you.
Yeah, after this one. Bear said Steelers are the kid in class who just does enough to pass with a C every year, and expects to get into grad school, but gets denied when the lights are too bright.
Oh my gosh.
File and roll. They make a winning season, they make the playoffs, but never produce.
Well, just to give credit to Bear, their last playoff win comes in January 15, 2017, where they beat the Kansas City Chiefs 18-16. Wait, let me make sure that's correct. I believe 18-16.
Okay.
And that was to get them to the conference championship where they lost to the Patriots 17-36. They got destroyed. Jesus.
Yeah.
2020 it's 2017 playoffs, but 2018 next year they lost to Jacksonville in the divisional it says divisional round. I guess they had the bye, but they lost 42-45, which is crazy. Then in 2020 they come back to the playoffs. They lose to the Cleveland Browns in the wild card 37-48. What the heck? These are I hope these don't sound correct. 37-48. I don't even remember that game. That's crazy. Cleveland Browns?
You might 2020? I don't know.
Cleveland Browns. Does that sound right, chat? Cleveland Browns 2020?
I mean, that was Baker Mayfield year.
Oh, true. That is crazy. And then you got the 2021 playoffs. Like David said, they lose to the Chiefs 21-42 or 42-21. Then 2023 year, they lost to the Bills 31-17. All these being wild cards. The 2024, they lost to the Ravens 28-14. And now we're in 2025, and they got the Houston Texans. So it looked like another first round exit.
We'll see. We'll see as the game goes on, and I do have a prediction on this game, so we'll see how that
Oh
goes. How it
snap!
pans out.
Predictions matter, bro. The predictions matter.
I will say, let's finish up these comments. Crispy said, "Hey Eric, AJ Brown for a 4th round bag of chips. Get him out of Philly, please. Go to Baltimore."
Hey man, if you want to give me, if I could trade a 4th round pick for AJ Brown, I take that happily. I'll take
Fair
it.
enough.
I don't know what that does for us realistically, because you need someone to throw him the football. So and you need
Oh,
someone to,
Colin Lamar.
you need someone to throw the football. You need an offensive. You need a not only a good offensive coordinator, but also a good head coach. You know, the head coach situation is the biggest one first, and then
Yeah.
we'll handle everything else after.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about a head coach to
Yeah,
call the plays?
that's the first order of
Yeah.
business for sure.
But speaking of AJ Brown, I would love to see him in Buffalo with Josh Allen, just
See,
because
go
of
ahead.
him getting a number 1 wide receiver.
We was it's funny you mentioned that because I actually again had a quick moment to hop in Phil's live. Shout out to Phil. And I brought that up to him too. I was like, yo, I don't know. AJ Brown to Buffalo. I mean, I feel like every single receiver that's available that's borderline number 1. I feel like everyone's always like to Buffalo because Buffalo just never really has anyone or can't sit with anyone. Phil had an interesting take on it. He was like, I don't know, because the way he said it was funny, but he was like, I don't know, it's basically Stephon Diggs with muscles. And I was like, yo, you're stupid. At the same time, though, if it clicks, it's a lot better than Stephon Diggs, in my opinion. Like, it is, if you can find a way to scheme with AJ Brown, that Bills team, if Josh Allen could just still be Superman and the great quarterback that he is, it doesn't really matter. Like, that would be amazing for them. That 1-2 punch would be crazy.
Yeah, we always talk about him getting a number 1 wide receiver and him having that availability of having AJ Brown for a cheap cost, because it looks like it could be good. I see your Crispy's chat. We're gonna get into that game first, but I want to finish these 2 ones up first before. Phil said, A-Rod, it will end up being in front of Alex Rodriguez. Honestly, he would like that steroid, Alex Rodriguez.
Man, silly.
He said, if I'm the Eagles, I'm moving him to the Jets for a 7th round pick. Oh God. Oh no. With the the message, the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Honestly, he'll teach him a lesson. He'll lose.
Hey man, honestly, he'll lose, but like I feel like both teams lose out in that situation. It doesn't get any better in that aspect. He's in the Jets. He's at the Jets, and it doesn't make it any better. And the Eagles only get worse, in my opinion, in that aspect. But because we got Jalen Hurts, you might be on fraud watch. I don't know. I don't want to jump on the bandwagon that I feel like everyone's kind of been on top of Jalen Hurts, and the moment he loses, everyone's ready to like kind of jump on top of him and be like he's a fraud. But
Yeah.
I definitely I'm hearing the conversations. I hear it for sure.
I feel like it's too harsh. Like, especially Philadelphia fans are always harsh on their teams. You're talking about, you won the Super Bowl with this quarterback. You've been to multiple Super Bowls, and you're gonna call him a fraud? I just can't get around that. There's 30 teams every single year that are writing for a Super Bowl, and they don't make it. So it's like, it's hard to already come by, and you already have a quarterback that can play in those games. This is a bad year. It's just a bad year.
Yeah, I think more so where it comes from is the level of how high we raise him. You know what I mean? It's in the sense of we do raise him at an all-time level. Like after he won the Super Bowl last year, there was definitely him being like top 5 conversations. Now that he's lost first round, you know, you could have the question of, is he really top 5 or is he just a quarterback in a really good situation? You know, kind of like a Brock Purdy situation when he first when he first was at the 49ers and finally started to get his minutes in, I should say his snaps in. But either way, before we even touch base on that, Jags versus Bills. Now, David, was there a prediction on this?
Yes, it was yours actually.
Okay, so unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be reading a lot of the stats. A lot of my information come from stats because I was on and off with this game, because during this game, my champions, my favorite team in the world, the best team in the world. I mean, that's kind of a stretch, but
Yeah, it is a stretch.
I'm gonna say it because we're Super Copa de España champions. Barcelona was playing at the time, and I couldn't miss El Classico. Y'all know, football is fun and all, but soccer is always gonna be my first sport. So I was watching that game.
It's funny how you said it's like when Noah Lyles got mad at NBA champions for calling them the champions of the world. Similar to that, they're Spanish champions of the world. They're not the world champions. You know.
Yeah, they're not technically the Spanish champions yet because like there's like 5 different like trophies to win. You know what I mean? Or like technically 3 different trophies.
The Thanos things.
Yeah, but as of right now, Barca just went back to back with the Super Copa. I'm really happy. And if we have time, we'll go into a lot of soccer later on the show. Obviously, football is at the forefront of our show right now. But Jags versus Bills. David, did you get to catch this game or no?
I did. I switched it on and off with it was multitasking between 3 things. It was Bills and Jags. I watched a little bit and listened to it. Also, it was the Super Copa. Also, I was watching as well, which was crazy because every time I would flip the channel, Barcelona would score. So I would just be like, okay, like, what's going on? And then it was between the third thing where I was painting my room. So it was. So, honestly, right after the games ended, especially the Barcelona game, I was just like, all right, Real Madrid's not going to paint my bedroom, so I'm just going to go back to it. I'm going to go paint it. But
Real Madrid's not going to paint my bedroom.
But I did catch the game, so I can give you some stats on it. But if you don't mind, I can actually get into your prediction real quick and tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, the score of the prediction game is tied 45-45. I came back from a 5-point deficit. We're moving chains. And Eric had a prediction in this game. First one in the playoffs, Bills versus Jags. And Eric had the Buffalo Bills beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 35-31. Bills did win by a score of 27-24. So you get a point for the team, not the score. You also said that Josh Allen was going to have 2+ touchdowns and 250+ total yards. Josh got that for you. He got 3 touchdowns, over 306 total yards. So you got that point for you. And also, this was a bold one, but you got it right. Trevor Lawrence, 3+ touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence had 3 exactly. Also 2 picks, but he got that 3 for you. So you finish off with 3 out of 4 on that one. Brings your total up to 48. What a freaking great prediction game for you.
I'm in 4, David. I don't know. I'm in 4, man. I'm ready.
That was nice.
Playoff Heights is activated. I'm here,
dude. The lights shine bright. Eric shines even brighter, bro. That was a good performance. It pained me to check off those checks. I was like, no. Oh, God.
Oh my God, man. Oh, this Steelers defense is not playing. This is gonna be a good game. It's gonna be
under 30 points total in this game.
Yeah, these two defenses is not gonna. Like we said this last week. I know we were just talking about Jags and Bills, and we will get into it. But just a quick update from what I'm watching. And yes, I might be behind, so you guys might have already saw this. Obviously, the Steelers just got stopped kind of on the 40. I would say what are they on? Where are they? Where are they in the field?
They're
probably
on 40.
The 49-yard line on their own 49. I would say
half field, midfield.
They just got stopped for the first drive for the Houston Texans. And me and David both said this game is really going to come down to CJ Stroud. If the Texans are going to win this game, CJ Stroud has to have a great game. Simple as that. Because the defense is going to hold out, but not saying the Steelers defense is bad or anything like that. It's no slouch of a defense, obviously. They're in the playoffs. But CJ Stroud really needs to step into what we saw in his first year, a little bit maybe into his second year, not so much, but definitely that first year of CJ Stroud and get back to what he knows to do. So
yeah, but right now, I think there's one quarterback in this Buffalo Bills team. One quarterback out of this whole playoffs bracket between all these quarterbacks who I trust, honestly, the most, minus Matthew Stafford, and that's Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I trust him so much with the ball. I know he's going to get the job done. And I just want to give a quick little shout out, then I'll pass it over to you because I can't be talking for this so long. But Josh Allen, we said this before the game even started, before the playoffs even started. I have him winning the Super Bowl. We both have Bills-Rams prediction in the Super Bowl. We said if Josh Allen goes to the Super Bowl, it's going to be because of him and his Superman performances. And I don't know what picture is better than a 3-touchdown game, over 300 yards total for Josh Allen than a Superman game right there. He needs to do that every single game against all these teams that he's going to go up against, and he's going to make it far. So I'm impressed with this Buffalo team. I'm impressed with their defense getting those clutch 2 interceptions, especially the game-winning one. And also, I'm also impressed with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're a hell of a team. I got to give them some props. I know they had an easier schedule all year, but overall, they're a team that showed some fight, and actually put up a competitive game with this Buffalo Bills team. So they deserve all the praise. But going back on the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen did his thing. And the fact is he keeps on getting beaten up every single play. And I'm so scared that he's not going to be able to play, but he always shows up and he gets back up. He's got heart, he's got grit, and he's got what every Buffalo fan loves is his mentality. And they deserve this W. They really do. He deserves the Super Bowl. I'm going to be honest with you for this season. But yeah, one step into the big storm into the Super Bowl. But Josh Allen, great game for him. He came up with some clutch throws that went to Brandon Cooks in the fourth quarter to really close out that game-winning drive for them. But other than that, nothing else to say. Trevor Lawrence played good, but the turnovers cost him at the end of the day. Not as experienced as Josh Allen. He's been in the moment. Lights are shining the brightest, and he shows up. Shout out to Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills for getting the job done. And James Cook, their best running back, their best offensive player, you can argue this season, with only 46 rushing yards. So you say what you need. That game was won by the Buffalo Bills and that defense as well. So shout out to them.
I look back at this game and I heard a lot of things about it. I flipped it through it. I caught maybe a couple of the first plays, but then like I said, I'd switched over to Barcelona.
Yeah.
But from what I saw, man, one of the things I want to highlight from what I saw, right? And this is a very small one, very small detail, but I don't know if it's just me. I'm very big on ending a drive with no points in the red zone is a extremely failed drive. Like, yes, obviously any drive where you don't end with points is a failed drive, but especially when you're in the red zone, in my opinion. A very common thing or theme that we've been seeing in this playoffs, which I don't mind as a neutral spectator, right? My team's not here. I'm just watching football just to watch football. A lot of teams have been going for it on fourth. A lot of teams have been going on it for it fourth. I like the aggressiveness for sure, but in certain aspects of the game where I like to call it like you just have the advantage, whereas like the way the points are working out, no matter what's going to happen, as long as you have a chance to always get the lead or at least stay ahead of the other team, take your points always. If you don't get it on third, take your points, take your three. It is what it is. Now, granted, obviously, seems that getting three is easier said than done this playoffs. Because a lot of people want to miss field goals. I don't know what's going on with that right now. But in the beginning of the game, I want to say that at one point the Jaguars were up 7-3, and they was in the red zone. I want to say they might have been on like the 20-yard line, maybe like 18-yard line or something, and they went for it on fourth down. Now, my thing is, now granted, at the end of the day, them going on fourth down, it wasn't a bad decision. It was just one of those decisions where you're going to look back at it at the end of the game, and you're going to hope that those 3 points that you could have got is not going to be so costly for you in the long run, which I'm about to get to right now. Right now, granted, yes, they did miss a field goal in the middle of the game. I heard as well, and like that also
at the half, which was kind of a questionable call as to why they got it, because time ran out, but the rest said they gave them to them. It was a little iffy. So the ball don't lie on that one.
So there's that. But I'm looking at this. They call a play. Trevor Lawrence tries to run the football. He gets stopped right before the line. The turnover on downs. Bills are driving down the field. The way I look at it, man, granted, yes, the game could have gone anyway. But in that moment, you're up 7-3. You're in the beginning of the game. You take your three. It's 10-3. Even if the Bills do come down and they do score a touchdown, you have the ball back in your hands. You have to come back. Like I'm either gonna trust my defense. It's like a win-win in my head. You either trust your defense to get a stop and you have the advantage still regardless, or your defense doesn't get a stop, and then you trust your offense to come back down and do the same exact thing and go get points on the board. Now, granted, I understand being aggressive in certain aspects of the game, right? Where it's early on, you really don't got nothing to lose. You're on like the 5-yard line, it's 0-0. Go for it. Why not? Let's see the offense, test the other offense to go all the way down the field. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. But in that aspect, the reason I'm calling it out is because they ended up losing this game by 3. They did end up losing this game by 3. I don't know if you saw our chat, David, with our friends, But a lot, I was asking a lot of people. I was like, "Am I crazy to think that they should have went for three on that?" And a lot of them was like, "No." A lot of people thought that was the right decision. Like they should have went for it on fourth. Um, but at the end of the day, it's again one of those decisions where you really do hope that you don't have to look back at it and be like, "Dang, if we would have taken our 3 points rather than going for it, would that have saved us?" And it's kind of hard to. It's a really big hypothetical, but I just wanted to point it out right there.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the chat and I saw the play, and honestly, you can go either way. I'm on both sides of the fence for that one because you look at it. If you score a touchdown, you're up 14-3 against the Buffalo Bills at home. That's a great place to be in. But also, if you miss it, you're 7-3. You give the ball back, and they scored 92 yards down the field to take the lead to Buffalo at that next series that they had. So, sorry. Overall,
Yeah,
I don't hate it. I understand why it looks bad because after the game they lose by 3. But I
yeah.
understand it. It looks bad now, but at the moment I understand why their defense was making stops on Buffalo. But also I also understand taking the points. So it goes either ways for me. Honestly, I would have probably if I was a head coach, I would probably go for it just the way our offense was moving. But then again, you can't fault it because he missed a field goal too at the end of the half. So that also cost him 3 points.
Yeah, that I can't. Unfortunately, I just think field goals should be automatic and certain aspects. You would think certain field goals should be automatic. Like, no disrespect to the kickers, but bro, that's all you do all day, bro. That's
Specifically a
all.
44-yard field goal against the Steelers. I know Eric has a vendetta against kickers because of the experience in last week.
That's all. Oh my gosh, I almost actually started screaming.
Did you?
I almost started screaming on the podcast. That'd
I
have been
can't
so
scream.
bad.
I can't scream, so I
Oh
can't.
my. But nonetheless, looking at this game, just to also highlight, I feel bad for the Jags. Just a team that just realistically out of the lottery just picked the got the worst team possible to face in the first round, and they ended up versing the team that most likely is going to end up being in the Super Bowl, possibly
Yeah.
winning it. It's like in my head, yes, Trevor Lawrence made a lot of mistakes, but if I'm a Jags fan, like, yes, I'm kicking at myself because I do believe that they definitely could have won this game 100%. Without all those turnovers, you really don't know what happens. But at the same time, um, they'll be back. They'll be back, and they'll be stronger next season. It's gonna be really fun to see what the Jaguars can offer in the coming years. But
Yeah. They're a good team that created a great culture. So
yeah,
their coach knows what he's doing. So they'll be back. I do want to move on into the next game, but also these comments as well.
yeah.
Bear said, "Who do you think is the biggest dark horse? Who's left in the playoffs?"
The biggest dark horse, he says.
I mean, out of all the teams that won that are in the playoffs remaining,
Let's. I got two automatically come to mind. Uh, but I don't know. Do you want to answer it first, or you want me to answer it?
I'm kind of stuck. I want to hear what your thoughts are.
I'm gonna go based on. I'm not gonna say anything about the Steelers Texans game. I'm not gonna pick any of those teams because I don't know what's gonna happen in this game. Right now, the Steelers are up 3-0, so I don't know what's gonna happen in this game. Um, as far as the other teams that have already won, I think the one that sticks out like a sore thumb is the Bears. If there's a dark horse in this playoffs, it is the Bears. Why? Solely because of the fact that you look at everyone. I mean, I look at the AFC and the Broncos, Patriots. No, no, thank you. I'm okay. Even if they make it to the Super Bowl, I'm okay. I'm not. I don't believe that any of them are going to win it, regardless. Um, but I go on the NFC side. I mean, the Seahawks are a contender. The 49ers, even with the injuries, before the injuries, they were still a contender. The Rams, contender. The only team that you look at that I would say everyone is probably kind of writing off is the Chicago Bears. But because of their resiliency and their never say die mentality or never quit mentality, I don't know. After I watched that Packers game, at that point, it's like I don't know what the Bears are capable of. And
Yeah.
I'd say that they're their biggest dark horse right now.
And honestly, I agree because that's the team that I kind of written off. I thought the Packers had a little bit more experience. They were going to get the W. Overall, the Packers, I believe, have 7 wins this season, including this one in one possession games. So they obviously have experience in tight games like this, especially against the Packers, where they versed them twice. They lost 1-1. So they knew how to close out a game. Ben Johnson's a great head coach. Nothing else to say. They're having a fantastic season. And out of all the teams, I feel like they're the team I least expect to make it far. And they won in the
Yeah.
first round. So got to give them kudos. I think they're a dark horse team just because of the fact that Ben Johnson can draw up the most intelligent scheme to go against the other team's scheme. I'm very confident that he can do it as a head coach. That's why they have a shot.
I mean, you're obviously correct. I'm definitely gonna like agree with you in that aspect, but also just in the fact that like I'm sorry, what I witnessed them do against to the Packers. We'll get into that game. Obviously, it was just unheard of, bro. And I can't really tell. Granted, the Packers secondary looked awful, like when it came down to it. But still, that team really, I thought it was over. I truthfully thought it was over. I did not think. I knew they came back several times in the season, but that deficit was ridiculous. They had no business winning that game.
Yeah, Packers choked.
Yeah.
Kickers missing kicks, like we've been saying. Chad, what do you think the darkest horse is left? Bear said, Hurts is a winner at every level. The Eagles just got way too predictable with play calling this year. If a fan can predict what the Eagles are going to run, imagine Robert Saleh doing to them. Yeah, it's the fact. That's been the whole issue with the Eagles, and we'll get into the game. But is their coaching, their fallout between Nick Sirianni, the confidence fans have in him, also their offensive coordinator with them throwing eggs or rocks at his house mid-season. Remember that when that happened? So
Yes.
there's always a falling out between the two. And the players too. Nick Sirianni and AJ Brown.
That was a little. Yeah, that was bad. That was someone. I think Tom Brady was calling that game, right?
I believe so.
I think Tom Brady tried to pull it off as like two high competitors just really just going at it, and I'm like, I don't know, Tom.
Listen, it happens. That's true, but not every single week. I feel like I'm seeing them argue at least like once every week, and it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad. Like if I'm a firm believer that if you have something to say to me, say it behind closed doors. Don't do it in front of cameras because it makes it look worse. And I feel like it goes on both of their faults. I think it's AJ Brown's fault for overreacting about things, but I also think it's Nick Sirianni's fault for reacting to things as well. But that's why he won't be back. I'm talking about AJ Brown. I don't know about Nick Sirianni. We'll see.
No, he'll be back. Nick Sirianni not going nowhere.
Yeah. What do you call it? Marcus said kickers are just failed soccer players or kids who were afraid to get hit. Honestly,
hey man, I love to be a kicker.
I want to argue that, but it's true. It said Marcus says do away with kickers. Just pick a seat out in the stands, and the fan sitting there is the kicker, and even better, he's a fan of another team. Oh my God, you can't do that. You know,
imagine
if Eric's team is the Ravens and I'm the Jets, and they pick me to kick for the Ravens. What do you might actually? I might kick good because I want a contract.
Bro, are you kidding? If they called me on the field, and for any team, it could look. It could be the Steelers. I'm booing that thing through the upright for sure. Are you crazy? Yo, let me get a contract ASAP.
Breaking news, Eric. CJ Stroud just threw an interception.
Oh my God, I'm so far behind.
So this is what we were talking about before. CJ Stroud needs to have a game, and he's not. He's having the opposite of what he needs to do.
Wait, let me see, bro. Is this guy single-handedly going to ruin this for his team, bro? What the? Oh, that wasn't a real interception. It was that was like a that was TJ Watt being TJ Watt.
Yeah.
That wasn't that was a bad play call. That's what it really was.
Eric, can you read the next one? I gotta go.
Yeah, for sure. You got Jay in the building. Shout out to Jay. He said the game yesterday did Bob Saleh talk himself into another head coaching shot? No. I think Saleh just did what he does best, honestly. And I think let's see how the rest of this playoff season goes. But I don't think Saleh. I think Saleh should stay exactly where he is. I think he has a great situation where he's at.
There's some people there's some people that are just great offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators,
Yeah.
and then there's some people that are great coaches. Robert Saleh is a great defensive coordinator. Let's keep it like that.
Yeah. Now we also got another comment from Jay. He said the bet will come before halftime. It looks like I'm like, yo, I'm sitting here thinking about it. And I'm like, what do I do? See, now the question is, if I was to bet on the Steelers right now, well, how much would I get if I won? That's the real question.
Probably less because they're winning.
If I bet like $5, 5 to win 8. Yo, chat. Comment bet in the chat if I should do it. There's 4 people up in here. If I get at least 3 bets from 3 different people, and not including David. David, you can't go in there.
Okay.
I'll do it. But I only do this for D&E Takeover. I don't even be better than the regular. I just do this for the podcast, bro.
It's fun and also playoff time.
Let me
Eric,
I'm just gonna plug in my computer really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna get into the next game. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to us right now. And if you haven't done already, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, share the show to everyone that you know. We're gonna keep on moving on into more NFL playoff games, wild card weekend. And as the next game we got to get into was in fact the Packers and Bears one that Eric had another prediction for. So we're gonna get into that as well. And Marcus just writes down the word bet. So we got 1. We need 2 more to finish for Eric to put it down.
They want the Texans win. Oh, where's Phil at? Somebody go get Phil. Let Phil comment bet. Let's see.
Yeah, you gotta do it on live when Phil's there. Jay said it, so you gotta need 1 more.
One more, man. One more.
But Eric, your last prediction of the week was in fact Packers and Bears, and I was shocked by this one, but I understand because of your prediction. You got the Bears winning 28-27. And honestly, I'm kind of scared that you are kind of so accurate with these predictions sometimes. Bears did win 31-27.
I was so close. How many times have I been so close this year?
Yeah.
So close.
Philip said bet.
Oh, Phil said it. Oh.
Phil, why are you saying that? That means the Steelers are gonna lose.
Nah, Phil, I like that, Phil. Get active.
Phil, why'd you say that? That means they're gonna lose.
Yeah, you already know what I'm doing, bro.
I swear to God, if this actually is Eric, you know you're gonna be cursed for a lifetime.
Imagine if, like, realistically, come on, bro. Like, I actually see. What the funny thing is, I want the Steelers to lose, but I want this to be done. Like, I want this stigma to be gone, bro. I want to win my bets. Oh my gosh, this freaking. Hey man, let's do it.
Oh
Here we go.
Gosh.
Steelers to win money line.
Eric, wait. Phil's aunt said, "Don't break my sweet Philip's heart."
Hey, Philip's it. Hold on. I just placed it for you, buddy. Hey, Philip's it.
Oh God, watch the Steelers' downfall right now.
All right, here it is, bro. There it is, man.
What is it? $5 to win what?
To win $9.34. We'll see.
Right. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Oh my God.
Let's see what happens, man.
But let's move on. And the Steelers go 4 and out. Perfect.
Philip said that's not even my arm. What's going on? Oh my God.
You know what's funny, Eric? Right after you do that, after you place it, Steelers went 4 and out.
I just witnessed DK just dropped the ball. Oh, snap.
Let's move on into the game. Eric had the Bears winning, and he got the point for the team, however, not the score. He also said Jordan Love was going to have at least 1 turnover. And here's what happened. Jordan Love did fumble, but he didn't turn over the ball. He recovered it. So you could not get a point for that because he did not turn over the ball. But you did say that Caleb Williams was going to get at least 2+ touchdowns, and Caleb got 2 on the dot. So you get a point for that. So you finish off with 2 out of 4. Brings your total for the week, Eric. This is a great week for you. 50. 5 points added. You finish off with 50 on the week.
Hey,
how you feeling?
Strong. I feel great with that because, as the games dwindle down, it's going to be harder to pick because you have to pick these tight games. And it's going to be hard to predict what's going to happen in these games. So, strong 5-point lead. I'm waiting to hear yours. because I need to know what yours is. I also need to be reminded what yours is for this game as well.
Yeah.
Because it depends. If you end up with like, well, you're at 45.
I'm on the same number as you, 45.
You're probably gonna end up with like, if you end up with like 47 somehow, I'm ecstatic. That's amazing.
Yeah.
48 is like okay, like I'm happy with it regardless, But
All right.
that 40, I think you're end up probably around 48. That's what usually, you get 2 points from each game.
Okay.
Well,
right.
that'd be no, that wouldn't even be 48. That'd be 49.
Yeah.
No, I need you to get 48. Yeah, no. I
right.
need you to relax. I need you to relax.
We'll see how it goes. But guys, let's talk about this Packers and Bears game real quick. We talked about it a little bit before, but let's just break it down a little bit deeper. The Bears come back from 18 points down. Tied for one of the longest deficits, tied for the biggest deficit ever to come back in a playoff game. The Bears did it again. They've been coming back a lot of games this season. Caleb Williams, 361 passing yards. He also rushed for 20, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jordan Love, 323 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. I'm going to be real honest with you. Jordan Love showed up. He did. He showed up for his team. But at the end of the day, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough because when they needed him most, it didn't matter. Caleb Williams closed out the game. He finished out the game super strong. And I already gave Ben Johnson a lot of his credit. But this was a close game. We expected it to be. But overall, Caleb Williams, I believe this is his first playoff game.
Yeah, it is.
He started off shaky. To come back with a head coach like Ben Johnson, have confidence in him, to come back and them to come back from 18 points down to win it. Shout out to the whole coaching staff. Shout out to the whole team with the veteran experience. Shout out to Caleb Williams for putting it all together and turning it around in the second half. I will say that this Packers loss is not on Jordan Love. This stat line was great. Didn't show up at the end, though. So I'm not going to blame him, though, because, it happens. Not like that, but it's a devastating loss. And also for people saying that Matt LaFleur, I've been hearing a lot of things saying that Matt LaFleur should be fired. I'm like, you guys are smoking crack. This is the problem with people with fans, recency biased. Just because you lost a game to a really good team doesn't mean that you have to fire him. You've been in the playoffs every single year that he's been a head coach. Let's wake up. Let's be smart. And I'm glad that I saw a report today saying that they're going to work on contract extensions, which they should be doing. Because next year you have a good team. You have Micah Parsons coming back. You'll be fine. But
when is Micah coming? Micah's coming back late in the season.
But even if they're in the playoffs, he's ready for the playoffs.
Yeah. I see. Shout out to everyone in the comments. I'm gonna get to them. I see Phil making me laugh. I see Chloe. I think. Shout out to Chloe. Hopefully you subscribe, join the family, and everything like that. We're gonna get to your comments, Jay, Marcus. We're gonna get to all y'all comments in a quick second. I just want to give my quick thoughts on this game. I'm gonna say this much. I'm gonna explain where I'm at. That Matt LaFleur talk, I'm in the middle with that right now. I really don't know how to feel. And because again, I agree with you though. I do agree with you. With definitely the recency bias, but part of me also can understand where it comes from, right? And the reason being is all credit to the Bears. You love a team that just does not give up and plays to the final whistle no matter what. Also, shout out to Jordan Love. Shout out to the Packers in general. Packers are still a great football team. You know what I mean? Let's not forget, even though they blew the lead, they were up 21-3 at halftime. This is a team that they recently just lost to, right? In a nail biter. They were dominating them halfway through the game. It was basically a no contest, it felt like. It felt like the Bears was not ready for prime time at all. And it made sense also because of the fact that, Caleb Williams' first playoff game, first time the Bears been in the playoffs since, I don't know when. David, if you could check that out for me. I know Football Reference has it. If you just look up Bears playoff history. I don't remember the last time the Bears were in the playoffs. But regardless, and they got a home playoff as well. We talked about that. We talked a little bit about that last year. A lot going into this game. I was able to watch this whole game. Thankfully, this is one of the best. I think this might have been the best game to watch.
Their first win since 2010.
Their first win?
Yeah, in the playoffs since 2010.
God. When was the last time they made playoffs? Was that also 20? No way. It was also 2010.
No. Let me see.
First playoff win since 2010. Yo, Caleb Williams, bro. Shout out to you.
2020. They lost to the Saints.
Jeez, man. 20. Jeez, man. The Bears have not been good in a long time. But regardless,
Yeah, that was Jay Cutler days.
wow. I'll put it to you this way. This at halftime, they were panning at times to that Packers defense. I mean that Packers bench. You saw them having a grand old time on the sideline, which is no problem. Your team is up 21-3. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm having a good time too. You know what I mean? Like I might not be going crazy, but I'm laughing, I'm smiling. They was laughing, they was smiling. You saw Matt LaFleur was playing along with it. It was all good positive vibes. But it did
Is the job finished?
Okay, I'm about to get into it.
Kobe Bryant.
It felt as if it wasn't a level of, we're up, let's go, let's keep killing them. It felt of, yeah, we up, like we're kind of laid back a little bit. We're really killing them. Our game plan is going exactly what we want. They go into halftime. Now I'm just thinking, this team should know better than anyone else in the NFL, other than the Vikings and the Lions, who are both not in the playoffs, obviously, that this Bears team is going to turn up at the end of the game. If anything, the real game started in the second half for the Packers. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been for them. They dominated them in the first, and then in the second half, the Packers should have came out and played even harder than they did in the first half. To my understanding, the way I saw the game, dude, the way that these Packers played, it was awful. It felt, I could feel the lacklusterness in their definitely in their defense. Definitely in their defense. But offensively, I mean, Jordan Love, again, like you said, there's no blame on this guy. Jordan Love did exactly what he was supposed to do. His game wasn't over in the first half, but he did enough, more than enough, to get the Packers over the line. Going into the fourth quarter, being up 21-6. Ladies and gentlemen, David, correct me if I'm wrong on my math. That's a 3-possession game.
It could be 2. Go for 8 points, 7 points, 8 points.
If they're going for 2. Okay. Yeah. That's a 2-possession game. 15 minutes left in the game. I'm sorry, guys. There's just no way the Bears should have ever been able to come back. There is just no way it should have happened. And the reason I'm saying that is not because of the fact that the Bears aren't capable, but it's all about knowing your personnel. Yo, you know that this team is known for coming back in games. Y'all, there's no way that should have ever even been allowed. I can understand them coming back and making it close, but them taking it from you? Oh my gosh, man. There was just certain moments that you could just see. I think Jordan Love had a touchdown in the fourth quarter as well. Like, he still kept it close. It was still a very good game. But at the end of the day, I look at the Packers and I look at it and I'm like, this is so disappointing. And then from a coaching perspective, it's a fumble. It really is a full fumble of an entire game. Yeah. And now, granted, I'm not trying to sit here and I'm not blaming it all on Matt LaFleur because of the fact that Packers defense was awful at the end. So awful at the end compared to the beginning. Forcing turnovers, forcing Caleb Williams to make crazy decisions and things like that. But at the end of the day, bro, you got to be able to rally your troops. It gets to a point in the game where you can rally someone enough, whereas everyone's good enough on the team to whereas we could just get over the hump, even if they are coming back, even if they are better than us. We can get over the hump because we're good enough. It doesn't matter. We've created that deficit. But these guys look lost. These guys towards the end of the game felt, you could feel the game, you could feel them losing the game and them not knowing what to do and not being able to stay calm and not being able to be composed in these moments. And it was a complete blunder. And I'm looking at it. I know it's hard to say if it's a disappointing season for the Packers. I think it definitely is. And
I think it hurts with all the injuries that they suffered. I think that also is a huge factor. I'm losing Micah Parsons on defense. If Micah Parsons is in this game, I believe Packers come out with the victory.
Very, very true. Very true.
Yeah.
But Michael Parsons wasn't in this game, and they was up 21-3.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's a
Like
terrible loss. Terrible loss. Embarrassing.
It's worse than when they lost them the first time.
Yeah.
Or the last time they played each other, I should say. All in all to say, on the Packers side, I just wanted to highlight that a lot. I could understand the Matt LaFleur questioning, but I love the fact that you also brought up the fact that, listen, guys, relax. Every single time he's been here, they made the playoffs. So I think that's also something that we definitely need to think about before people just jump the gun, for sure.
Because when you come from a team that you watch that is bad, right? And you see teams that are good that make the playoffs every single year, and they want to get rid of their coach. Like Eagles are the same thing, but also different because I understand why you're doing it. But like they're in a similar boat because it's like you guys won Super Bowls with this coach, not in the Packers, but the Eagles situation with Nick Sirianni. In Packers situation, you made the playoffs every single year. It's obviously not a problem with your head coach. Maybe you're just not like your coach is still doing a great job. That's all I'm trying to say. He's doing a great job. You just need an extra switch, extra level. You know,
Yeah.
as watching a team that sucks as my teams, shout out to the Jets and Giants. It's like you can get rid of coaches all you want. It's not going to fix the problem.
Dang,
You know?
Brian Dable, Robert Saleh, Ruben Amorim, Xabi Alonso. It just keeps coming for you, bro.
It's a bad month. It's been a bad month.
But yo, the Texans are running. This run game is really working for them right now.
Eric knows what he did. Guys, chat. He knows what he did.
What do you mean?
You know what he did. It's
But
ironic. It's very ironic that after you put the Steelers to win, the Texans go on a 90-yard drive, and then the 10-yard line right now about to score a touchdown.
But what do you mean?
You know what you did.
No. Oh, look, someone's down the Texans. Somebody's down. See?
You're probably the water boy.
That's not my fault.
Probably the water boy.
No. Wait, was it the running back though? Is the running back down? Hold on. That's not good. Either way, on the Bears side of things, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all deserve it. Y'all deserve it. And honestly, from a neutral perspective, I'm here for it. I'm so here for it. If y'all want to go on and beat the Rams somehow, because the Rams don't want to solidify themselves against the Panthers, you know, be my freaking guest. I'm here for great football and great stories. That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind seeing the Bears win a Super Bowl. That doesn't bother me at all. So
I respect them. I respect them so much. And I just want to say one quick thing. I wish I could talk more so I can talk more about the game. But one quick thing I want to say. Talk about a team that doesn't give up. That's the Bears right there. That's the Bears that they used to watch back in the day. Like this is a team that is very similar to the mentality of we're going to keep on fighting until the end. Shout out to them. And I want to know what Ben Johnson was saying at halftime. For them to come back by 18 points. What I'm saying.
And it's crazy because like there was like obviously you're just looking at the game and you don't know what's going through the player's head. But from my perspective, Caleb Williams. I almost said CJ McCollum for some reason. But anyways, Caleb Williams. The entire time in that comeback, he looked calm. He looked super calm. It almost felt as if, I know we're gonna come back. Like I know this game, we still have a chance.
I felt a similar vibe when I watched Matthew Stafford game-winning drive. They were losing. I saw how calm he was. Same thing with Josh Allen. Similar vibes where you look at 2 minutes left on the clock, your team's down, and you're like,
I got it.
I'm not nervous. Yeah. I'm not as a fan, like as a person watching, you're like, he's got it.
Like it's crazy, man. And like you could just feel the confidence. Essentially, you could feel it, like them going through. They expect to win.
Eric, breaking news: touchdown.
Who?
Christian Kirk. CJ Stroud throws a tutty.
Oh, look at that!
Texans up 7-3.
Look at that, bro. Wow, hey, Eric. Let's go Steelers, bro. Let's go Steelers. I want to win money. Let's go Steelers. Come on, let's go Steelers, bro. Steelers got it. No worries. No worries, bro.
All right.
Yo, man. Steelers. Look. Let me see the touchdown. Yeah, let's go Steelers, bro. Blown tackle. Let's go Steelers.
Philip said a lot of game left. He said it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. It's not good when someone repeats it 3 times.
Philip, man. Let's keep going. Keep going through the comments. Let's keep going through them.
Shout out to Chloe 67. Appreciate you popping out. Thank
Chloe
you.
67. What a name.
Hey, what's up? Hopefully you subscribed. Jay said, "Can you read Lil Wayne's tweet on this Packers and Bears game? I have it up, so I'm gonna read it for you all right now.
Look.
It's wildly inappropriate, so I cannot read everything because um, basically he said, that's what Lil Wayne said. He said, we just lost a playoff game to a N-word with purple nails. We effing suck. Bears. He said bear ass. He said we don't deserve to be in the playoffs straight like that. And then Caleb Williams replied to that tweet. He said, he basically said the Bears. Hashtag the Bears. That's all he wrote.
Dude, Lil Wayne was every Packers fan.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne was
For sure.
every Packers fan, man. I
For
honestly,
sure.
I feel bad for the Packers fans having to watch that game. That had to be like ripping someone's heart out. Goodness gracious. Trust me, Packers fans, I understand. I've been there before. I've been there before. I've seen it happen. So
yeah, I mean, it also makes it like, is it better to miss the playoffs completely or to lose first round? Because I feel like it's a similar impact that you feel. But you know, at least when you
I'd
miss the
rather make
playoffs,
the
you'll miss it
playoffs.
up early, obviously. But I'm saying at least you missed the playoffs, you're comfortable going into the playoffs. You know the fact you already came to the reality that your team's not gonna make it. But if you're in the playoffs, you know you have a chance, and it gives you hope. And then just see that game, it hurts.
You know, the Steelers shouldn't be in the playoffs right now, guys. Guys, we missed a field goal. Oh my god, that's why the Steelers are here. They're not even a good football team. I don't understand what's going
Eric,
on.
why'd you bet money on them then?
Because I believe they're gonna win. Duh. Like, what do you mean? I truly believe the Steelers are gonna win.
Good work,
Even
good work,
though-
buddy.
Listen. Even though my prediction on this paper says Texans, the Steelers are gonna win, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, because you want your prediction to be right, and I don't blame you.
I want my money, bro. No, I want my money. It's a win-win. It's a win-win.
Let's move on. Actually, I want to move on to one of. Actually, we're going to the tweets. That tweet was hilarious. It was like what every Packers fan was thinking. He said, "Hey, I own stock in Packers ownership. If I want him fired, he will be fired." Yeah, that's right.
Man, how much stock you own in Packers ownership, Marcus? Let us know.
I honestly respect the Packers so much for that because it's actually normal fans that just have ownership of the team, and they go to meetings. Like I know some my the PT I work with, he's friends with a Packers owner, and he goes to meetings. Like
Really?
actual board meetings, yeah, to discuss things like money situations, what they want to renovate.
That's
stuff like
good
that.
though.
Yeah.
It should be in the fans' hands to some extent, like because that's what fuels your pockets. You know,
I mean,
it's the
it
fans.
depends. I want to know how many fans they have though. Jay said, "Pray for me. My son just farted near my wife. Blamed it on me, and was told that if you're that gassy, you're sleeping on the couch." Like, bro, I'm in my game room. Yeah, son tweaking out. That's bringing out the belt right there.
Oh oh god, it's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Ray's in the building. Shout out to you, my guy. He said, "See Kirk, Christian Kirk got the touchdown." Marcus says, "I bought 10 to a year for the last 5 years."
What, 10 shares?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what 10 to a year. He said it's meetings, and if you can't attend, they send emails as well. Oh, look at that. They're so nice.
Yo, David, you want to become Packers fans, bro?
Honestly, I'll own the Packers. I like, it's like one of those things where people say, "I bought a land on the moon." It's like, all right, like, what the hell does that mean? But it sounds cool. I'll do it.
Yeah, when my girlfriend at one point sent our names to the moon, I was like, "Yay!"
Eric, you're gonna go up there one day. Astronauts are gonna look at it. They're gonna be like, "What the hell is this?"
I'm convinced that those people actually just take the piece of paper and just throw it out, and then just tell you it's on the moon, bro. There's no way they're actually going to the moon just to
for sure. When they say a star is for sale, where the hell are you gonna get the star from? How are you gonna go up there and make sure it's mine? Like, this is so stupid.
There's no proof.
Oh, I'm gonna go to the board meeting and be like, what's your valuable asset? I'm like, I own a star. And they're like, "This guy's on crack. Like, what's going on?" And if I say it with that voice, they're gonna believe it.
Oh my goodness, man! But let's get into the next game. What game you want to get into? We got 2 more to go into, right?
Yeah, actually, a couple more. We have 1,
Oh
2,
yeah,
3.
3.
So I do want to get into my prediction game because I feel like this game no one really cares about talking about. I feel like we
Yeah,
can
let's
get
get
this
this out the way.
talked about in 2 minutes. So I had the Patriots versus the Chargers. I had the Patriots winning 27-21. Patriots won 16-3. Was not as high scoring as I expected to be. Patriots got the one victory, so I get the point for the team, not the score. I did say that Drake May was going to have 200 plus passing yards and 1 touchdown plus. He had 268 passing yards and a touchdown. The only touchdown of the game, actually. So I get a point for that. Also, I said that Justin Herbert was going to have 1 turnover, and Justin Herbert threw no interceptions, but he did have a fumble that was lost. So that counts.
No!
So that brings me up to 3 points in that one. Brings my total up to 48. We're back in a nice little steady pace right now. I like it. So
How are
there we
you
go.
gonna? Yo, wait. All right. Before we even get to this game, what's your prediction on this game right now? The Texans versus. Yes.
I got the Texans winning 24-17, and I got Nico Collins over 65 plus pass receiving yards, and Jalen Warren under 65 rushing yards.
Hold on, because I gotta check. 24-17. You said yes.
Yeah,
Nico Collins. What was it?
over 65 plus yards,
I don't like that. Oh no. And what? Jalen Warren.
under 65 rushing yards.
Oh no! The way this game is going, Aaron Rodgers is gonna be throwing it for days.
Still early.
Oh my god! I need the Packers to go up so they can start running out the clock.
The Steelers, you mean, not the Packers?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking Aaron Rodgers still.
But I just want to say a quick thing on this Patriots game. Honestly, I expected this to happen. Obviously, with the score, I just thought even though Patriots have a rookie quarterback with Drake May, who didn't really have the greatest of games, he threw a pick, but also came out clutch. Their defense, Patriots defense, played fantastic. Mike Vrabel has been a great mentor for that defense and a great head coach all season. But shout out to them getting the victory, pulling it through at home. I have more things to say about the Chargers. I know Eric but he doesn't like the slander. He slanders Justin Herbert. Doesn't really think he's that as good as people think. I just want to say a couple of things about this. Yes, Justin Herbert didn't have a good game. You look at the stat line, but the dude got sacked 6 times, and he got hurried, which means that he threw the ball. Either he's getting hit or pressured 11 times. That is terrible to be in as a quarterback. And plus, he got injured. He hurt his hand during the game, so he couldn't really throw the ball that good. I give him a lot of credit because he showed a lot of guts, and he is 0 for 3 in playoff games, so it doesn't look good on the record. But I will say this game in particular, not Justin Herbert's fault. That offensive line looked like a high school varsity offensive line going up against professionals. It was bad. It was bad, bro. And we always say the one thing that's always true for quarterbacks. In order to be a great quarterback, what's the one thing you need?
Offensive line.
You need a great offensive line. And unfortunately, he did not have that in this game. And they had a lot of injuries too. So we'll see. They lost. Defense played all right. Offense was not there, not all. But yeah, I do not blame this one on Justin Herbert.
I don't blame on Justin Herbert either. As much as I want to, it's definitely not his fault all the way. That offensive line, like you said, was awful. My question to you, right? I know he's not the same person, but I have to ask. If you take Justin Herbert and you swap him with Josh Allen in this game, you think the Chargers lose or the Chargers win?
You saw Justin Herbert for Josh Allen.
It's
tough. It's tough because it all goes back to what we say with offensive line. Because we've seen this season when Josh Allen doesn't have a good offensive line, he still can put up a good game, but it's nothing like the Superman performance that he would need. I would say that they probably make it a lot closer than expected. I feel like Josh Allen could pull out the victory, make it a lot better.
Now, granted, I am comparing him to like the best quarterback in the league right now, so it's harder to say. I just think Justin Herbert is the ultimate gray area quarterback. I think as long as you have Justin Herbert, I don't care what you surround him around. As long as unless he's in that Philly squad, that's a whole completely different situation.
Oh,
but go ahead.
CJ Stroud fumbles the ball. Steelers get the ball.
This guy, yo, Is he okay? I gotta watch this now. Hold
No,
on.
he's forcing stuff. It was kind of ridiculous. I don't like that at all. Why are you throwing it? You're gonna get sacked. Tuck it and fall down.
Oh, the snap. Oh, what is he doing?
Yeah, but why is he running into the defender? He literally ran into the defender and tried throwing it.
Oh, he's just having a bad game, bro. Oh my god. Talk about keeping a team in a game.
Yeah.
This guy
Talk about
CJ, man.
check his FanDuel account.
CJ knows. CJ knows what's good. Yeah, the Steelers don't win this game, man. Oh my god. What is he doing? What is he actually doing? That's horrible, bro.
Yeah, it was bad.
Either way, he drops the snap too. Like, goodness, this guy's nervous. I feel like he's playing nervous too.
I guess.
But him
I'll be
sitting on the
nervous
floor.
too. I'll be nervous too if TJ Watt was rushing at me.
They should be nervous that I bet on the Steelers. That's all I know. But what's it called? Either way, going back, what was he talking about before? What was he talking about?
Justin Herbert. Josh Allen comparison with him.
I think no matter what Justin Herbert team he's on, he might get further in the playoffs, but I just don't think Justin Herbert is built from cut from that cloth. I think he's just a really good quarterback. That's it. Like he's just a good quarterback, gets the job done, but cannot win you a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty. I think we can see that now clear.
But yeah, man,
We'll
that's all I can say about this game.
I have nothing else to say about this game. Yeah, really nothing else to say about this.
Patriots will end up most likely versing. Well, not most likely. They will end up versing the winner of this game between the Texans and the Steelers. My question to you, David, really quick before we move on to the next two games, based on what you're seeing from these two teams, I still have the Patriots. Obviously, I still have the Patriots beating one of these teams, regardless. Do you think any of these two teams can take down the 2C Patriots in Foxborough?
I think so. I go back to experience as a quarterback. Drake May if he had a questionable first game, he picked it up in the second half, but that first half was kind of scary. 3-point game. They think they had. I think it was 3-point game at 6-3 going into halftime. I could be wrong, but overall, it was kind of unpredictable. Overall, I feel like if the Texans win, that defense can make a lot of pressure on Drake May. And I think that can shut him down and the defense can win him the game. But overall, I don't know.
I know really quick. I know I'm behind. Can I just say something really quick? This is what I mean by going for it, not going for it. The play already probably happened, but I'm watching it right now. Packers are right now 4-2. It's 4th and 2. They're on their own, probably 12-yard line or something, right? Mm-hmm. They're down 7-3. 4 minutes left in the second quarter. This is 100% in my head. 10 times out of 10, you go for it. 100%. You don't settle for it right here because there's no point because the Texans are going to get the ball back and you're still going to be down regardless. And being down 1 point is never going to help you. So, and they end up getting it as well. So it's not that I don't disagree with going for it this close or anything like that. It just depends on the game situation.
And also, to talk about your situation, Jacksonville was already winning. This is different. The Steelers are losing, so they need that as many points as they can get.
So, but hey man, we'll see what happens with that Patriots game. Who ends up seeing them next week? What game you want to go into next? I'm looking at one game that I really want to talk about. I'm not gonna lie.
Go into it. Let's hear it.
And you guys probably think it's 49ers and Eagles. It's not. It's actually the Rams and the Panthers. I got a chance to sit down and watch this full game as well. The Eagles and 49ers, I was on and off with that game. Yeah. But for the Rams Panthers, great. This game was very concerning. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to the Rams because this was one of the teams that they struggled against in the regular season. And I'm just gonna say that this is not gonna happen next round when they go to see the Bears. As a matter of fact, if anything, they're actually gonna pull out. They're gonna jump in front of them. They're gonna get an early lead against the Bears, and the Bears are gonna try to come back, but they're not gonna be able to against the Rams. The way that they versed against the Panthers. But
Mhm.
looking at this game, shout out to Carolina for freaking coming out in their home stadium when everyone had them. They had a what was it the
Minus
betting
10
the
and a
betting
half.
thing
It was minus 10 and a half.
minus
They
10
had
and
it
a
to win.
half. They were expected to get blown out in their own freaking house. And they said, forget all of that. We're going to make this a real game. So much so that there was a point in this game where you really thought, oh my gosh, Carolina might just beat the Los Angeles Rams. That's how crazy it was. Now, I just want to give them their props. I didn't even look at the stats from this game, to be honest with you. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdowns, 3 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 304 yards passing. Great game for him. You look over at Bryce, he had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 1 rushing touchdown, 264 passing yards, 290, I would say, around just total yards. Great games all around. Guys that I just want to highlight really quick or a guy I just want to highlight really quick on the Panthers. Jalen Coker. What the hell? Like what? Did anybody in their right mind had Jalen Coker for 134 passing yards and a touchdown? This guy was ripping the Rams apart. Ripping them to shreds, bro. Insane. All they kept saying during the game is, he came in I don't know if it was halfway through the season or beginning of the season, but basically stole the starting position from Xavier Legette, however you say his name. And I mean, my goodness, between him and McMillan, I mean the rookie as well. I know they have a very young team, but this was awesome. If I'm a Panthers fan, I'm happy. I'm so happy with this performance. I'm gutted that we lost, but at the end of the day, I'm so happy with this performance because this is hope coming into next year because you wasn't even supposed to win the division this year. And you won the division with the below 500 record. Next year, the goal is to just have above a 500, to be honest with you. And let's see if you make the playoffs again. Let's see if you win the division again. Because you're ahead of schedule. You're so far ahead of schedule at this point. So shout out to them. But if there's one criticism, there's one guy I also want to talk about, and there's also one criticism I have for the Panthers. And then I'm going to throw it over to David. Another guy I want to talk about. I mean, stuck out like a sore thumb in the beginning of the game. Puka Nacua is disgusting. Puka Nacua, for me, maybe JSM will change my mind when they see the 49ers in Seattle, but Puka Nacua is the best offensive player that's not a quarterback in this league. I've seen enough. This guy, I witnessed this guy come out in the first quarter, not the first half, the first quarter, and within 6 receptions, have plus 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like, what? It just comes out straight out, 14 zip, and what? Do something about it. Just was killing the Panthers. Could not contain them. Now, granted, yes, I understand it's the Panthers, but my goodness, bro. My goodness. And now I want to talk to the Panthers really quick as just watching the game. I don't know what the defensive game plan was coming into the game, but I tell you right now, in my opinion, I think that's why the Panthers lost. Watching that game back, watching Puka Nacua be open play after play after play and be able to rack up so many, like run after running or
runs after catch.
Thank you. Run after catch.
Yards after catch.
That's what I was looking for. Yards after catch. I was saying run after catch. Rack up so many yards after catch as well. I have to sit there and think, guys, did we miss the memo? Did we forget that Puka Nacua is the best wide receiver in the league this year? How is he not doubled? Let someone else kill us in the beginning, please. Like, there's no way Puka's able to not only do that, but also get 2 touchdowns out of it. I look back at this game. They forced a turnover of Matt Stafford. These are important moments within the game. Dude, 14 points left on the board unanswered at a certain point in this game. Granted, they came back and they scored and they made it a fun game to watch at the end in the end of it. But it's moments like that. Yes, I look at it like, yes, you're inexperienced. Yes, you're trying to figure it out as a whole. But I feel like that's very easy to catch. Dude, again, You look at the scouting report, you look at the film, you know who the ball is coming to. It's easier said than done. Don't get me wrong, but there's got to be a game plan to slow him down somewhat for him to. And they did that in the second quarter and in the second half, or in the third quarter specifically. Fourth quarter, he started to come back a little bit more. But for him to come out in the beginning of the game and be able to do that to you, in my opinion, that's unacceptable. But overall, not anything to be like, oh, someone should be fired or anything like that. It's nothing crazy because you guys wasn't supposed to win in the first place. But overall, what a game to watch. Honestly, probably my favorite game to watch out of all the games. I enjoyed that game the most.
Yeah, it was a fun game. And I just want to say real quick to the Panthers fans, talk about exceeding expectations, because that's what that team did. And shout out to them. Shout out to Bryce Young. There's nothing better that I like to see when a player who doesn't have a good first season just comes back and starts playing like he wants to be the franchise guy. But this is his third year, so he's been in the league for a couple of years already. But he didn't really have a good start to the first couple of years. Last year, he started at the end of the season, started picking it up. This year, he's been playing really good. Got to give him a lot of credit. And I love seeing Bryce Young in this position, leading his team to a near victory at home in the playoffs against this team in his first playoff game as well. So we got to give him props. He played a fantastic game, 2 touchdowns, over 200 plus yards, almost close to 300 total yards for him. So he played phenomenal. I know he had an interception, but he's still young. It was his first game.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina Panthers deserve all the respect. Yo, that wide receiver, Coker, bro, on another level.
Where did he come from?
He's been playing like that for the end of the season, but hasn't really had that consistent games like that until this game. Also, I just want to give a quick little shout out. Panthers fans, Panthers team, nothing to hang your hat on. This is a successful season. This is a great season. And way to make it competitive and go out strong. Because that team proved, if next year, that I'm keeping everyone. Like, this team is capable of almost beating the Rams. Like, we are capable of winning these games. So they develop into another year. They go into next year. I expect Bryce Young to have probably his best season of his career next year. And this Panthers team to win their division again if everything stays the same with that Falcons. I expect the NFC South to be a hell of a lot more competitive after this year. Yeah. I believe that's so true.
It was competitive in the wrong way this year. It was competitive in the worst way possible.
Yeah, but I think if you look at that team with the Falcons getting a new head coach, they still have a talented offensive team. They're going to be fighting for. I expect the winners of the division to have a winning record this season.
Yeah,
that's a plus. But shout out the Panthers. I'm so there's a lot of teams that I like underdogs looking at. There's a team that I was really proud to watch and be like, wow, they put up a fight. But the Rams, I told Eric, I texted him this when the Panthers were up with like 3 minutes left. Once Matthew Stafford scored that touchdown, I had so much confidence in him in that drive. He looked like he was in control of everything. Puka was wide open. J.C. Horn is one of the better cornerbacks in this league. Definitely top 10. Puka is the best wide receiver, if not one or two of the best wide receivers in the NFL. He tore him up. He made J.C. Horn look like not the same all-pro player that he is. So shout out to Puka. I think at the end of the day, experience won this game, and it showed in that last drive with the Rams. Experience won the game.
There was at one point where, Matt Stafford threw a crazy ball, and I don't know who it was, but that defender dropped it. If he picks that ball off, the Panthers, we're talking about literally, if he picks that ball off, crazy enough to say, the Panthers are versing the Bears.
Crazy.
Like, dude, head high, man. That sucks. That's why it's bittersweet, because yes, you could sit there and say experience won, and yes, you could sit there and say, yeah, well, we wasn't supposed to be here. We wasn't supposed to win. You could say all these things. But at the end of the day, you could really sit here and I'm comfortable with saying the Panthers should have won this game. The Rams escaped. Like that's the way it felt. The Panthers really had this game chalked up, and the Rams just escaped from the game. So
yeah, shout out to them. Rams move on. Rams versus the Bears next round. So that'll be a fun game to watch. Marcus said, "Yeah, 10 shares, you get like a certificate. It looks like a nursery school diploma. Listen, it's still a piece of paper. It still counts." He said,
Let's go.
"Gotta hit below the knee, take him out, and bring him back." Bounty Gate. What are you talking about? What reference is this?
Ooh,
I don't know.
I forgot what we were saying, but either way, I hear a lot of people being very skeptical of what the Rams are going to do next round. I'm here to say, guys, don't fall for it. The Rams are not going to be the same team that you saw against the Panthers. Don't fall for it, bro. It's not gonna. The Rams are gonna be one of those teams that get better as the playoffs go on. They're gonna get better consistently. All these nail biting games that like you're worried about, don't fall for it, man. The only team that you could fall for it for is the Patriots, because the Patriots, I'm hoping that they lose next round, 110%. Now, going into the last game of the that happened in the wild card, this weekend, 49ers versus Eagles. 49ers win 23-19. I'm gonna throw David. Did you get to watch this game?
Not really. I wish I did. I just only saw the the last half of the game.
I gotta say, man, I watched some of it. Like I said, I didn't get to watch all of it, but I gotta say, 49ers won this game, but it feels like the Eagles lost, if that makes sense. And that sounds stupid at first, actually, when you say it out loud, but it feels as if the Eagles lost this game more than the 49ers taking it from them, right? The 49ers had so many injuries coming into this game on their defensive end, on the defensive side of things. So many crucial people that are part of this team that have not been there. And then on top of it, they lose George Kittle in the middle of the game. And somehow, some way, they held the Eagles to 19 points. Brock, not only that, injuries and all, Brock Purdy threw 2 interceptions, and the Eagles still could not find a way to win this game. I'm sorry. I know I'm not gonna blame it on AJ Brown. I'm just talking about what's fresh in my head. Oh my God. This Steelers defense is real, bro.
Yeah.
This Steelers defense will not allow anything. But either way, I'm not gonna blame it on AJ Brown because a lot of things happen in this game. But fresh in my head is those 2 drops back to back, bro. Like bricks for hands, bro. That's just what it looks like. Looked like he couldn't catch a ball to save his life. And it's moments like that where I look at it, and I'm like, bro, y'all just lost this game yourselves. Y'all really did, because this game was here to take, and you're home. The 49ers are a shell of themselves, even though they're still a good football team. The only thing the 49ers had going for them realistically is the fact that they had a way harder schedule during the regular season. They had to verse 2 of the top teams who are in the division this regular season, and coming into the Eagles, whereas the Eagles versed some of the worst teams in the league and still struggled, and it showed today. It really showed. It really showed that day. I think this is a really bad loss for the Eagles. I think this is a really bad loss, in my opinion.
It really is, and I feel like it's one of those games where we were talking about before, where it's like either a team won it. I know it sounds bad to say, it sounds weird, but it's either a team won it themselves or the other team lost really bad. And I feel like this is a game where the Eagles they lost it for themselves, because to have Brock Purdy had throw 2 interceptions, and the fact is this game is 49ers winning, to have George Kittle go down with an Achilles, and for them to have somehow them lose the game is very disappointing, especially when we came off a Super Bowl win last season. Very disappointing to look at this team. Overall, I just want to say one little thing. Kyle Shanahan, one of the best coaches in the NFL. He called this game with that Jahad Jennings touchdown throw to Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
That was a insane play call. And to trust your wide receiver to throw it in a game that you were trailing. Probably
that deep, too.
What happened?
That deep. It was a 29-yard pass.
Yeah, it was insane. It was insane. And to give a lot of credit to him, because I don't think this team would be that. I don't think this team wins this game without him as head coach. Like that's going without saying. Like if Brock Purdy had a different coach, I don't think Brock Purdy will be as good. And no disrespect to Brock Purdy, it's just giving more credit to Kyle Shanahan, how good of a coach he is. Enough being said, I have one little stat I want to pull up, because I took a photo of this, and I do want to see this, because if my phone wants to work, that'd be great. Yeah. Here's what I want to talk about real quick. Is AJ Brown. the new of the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles. You talk about him having problems with Nick Sirianni and how it doesn't look bad on the camera. You look at it.
Mm-hmm.
AJ Brown has been complaining about it all season. How he's not getting enough, not getting enough passes. Right? He's not getting
Mm-hmm.
enough targets. This looks really bad on him because the moment that you get your targets, you get your opportunities, you drop 2 balls. And this is the second game this season with multiple drops for AJ Brown and the 5th of his career with the regular season and playoffs. So I think that's very important to show how frequently he doesn't drop the ball. But this season has been a little bit different. And you can't blame them for not throwing it to you if you can't catch it. Granted, also, there was 4 drops on Philadelphia. AJ Brown was the only one. There's been 4 drops in this game for Philadelphia on 3rd down. So it wasn't just him. They've been dropping the ball all game. And AJ Brown's 2 drops tied his career high in a game this season. So overall, as much as AJ Brown wants to complain about he's not getting enough targets, when you get the opportunity, you gotta catch it. Like those are catchable balls, especially for him. His caliber of a player, he needs to catch those balls. And if he does, it's a different game. The Eagles come out with this victory, but there's too many drops for everyone, not just AJ Brown. Like I said, there's 4 drops on 3rd down for the Eagles. So overall, I think the Eagles, they lost themselves this game. Shout out to the 49ers for taking advantage of it. But the Eagles lost themselves this game. And to do it at home is very, very devastating for that team.
Yeah. Really quick, I'm going to comment what you said too. But, bro, this Steelers defense is scary. Like, extremely scary, bro. They can't. CJ Stroud can't breathe. And on top of that, even when he gets a pass off, bro, these guys are on it. Like, they're on every single ball. These guys are sharp. They are ready to go tonight. This is crazy. I have to give credit because they wasn't playing like this against the Ravens. They're really bringing it to the Texans tonight.
Playoff ball.
Either way,
man, why does CJ Stroud have 4 fumbles?
Dude.
In the first half, 4 fumbles and he lost 2. That's crazy.
CJ Stroud's trying to lose,
and they're still winning.
You know, and honestly, I'm hoping for it because I put money on it. So like, yeah, man, keep it going, CJ. Keep it freaking going, man.
Damn.
But what a punt! What a freaking punt! I've had a new appreciation for punters recently.
Yeah.
I love a good punt. A nice punt that like lands like near right behind like the 10-yard line. That's so difficult, bro. Sorry, I just wanted to say that.
Listen, every kicker deserves some love.
But I just want to highlight on this. I know this is kind of like Eagles slander, but I really do want to highlight how bad this is. Like this, I understand the 49ers are good, but dude, you came off a Super Bowl year where you basically beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl 40 to freaking, what was it? It felt like it was 40-0. It was killing them at one point.
I don't know.
To come off that year and just get worse with the same team, dude, it's bad. It's a real step back. And granted, I had the 49ers winning this game still, but I had a lot of people telling me like the Eagles should have won this game, and I respected it. I just thought the 49ers were going to win regardless. Like they proved to me. If you watch the season, you see it. And anyone that thought the Eagles were going to win was just basing it off of names and we were the Super Bowl defending champs. We have to win. But reality shows that this team has played like this all year and has skated by in certain games.
So, their offense has been so inconsistent all season. The Eagles has been bad.
You was never going to be able to sustain this type of play against a good team. And the 49ers, even depleted, still found a way to beat you guys. It was bad, man. But
yeah, it was. But real quick in these comments, I saw one from Marcus. It's funny. And Jay said, and now my pillow and a blanket was tossed downstairs. I feel like the Jets in Deflategate. I said Fartgate 2026. Listen.
Oh man, Jay.
Listen. I'm fighting that. Jay, I'm fighting that. You gotta fight that.
Jay, you just gotta walk back upstairs and be like, yo, it was him, bro. Trust.
Yeah. You gotta fight that. But it sucks. Marcus says, serious question. As members of the sports media, your thoughts on Lynn Jones catching flack for the media for her uplifting message to Liam Cohen after the Jags loss. Yeah, I
Shut-
saw that.
She
Yeah.
got flack.
Yeah, a lot of people were bashing it. I don't know why. I didn't really get into full details, but just to answer that real quick, for her to catch flack for giving a positive message really concerns me for what we are right now in our lives.
what
The fact
the heck? Like,
you give a head coach for a team that had a great season that no one really expected them to have, and you catch flack for giving him a positive reinforcement. I don't understand. It's so stupid. It really is. And it honestly is more concerning for the sports media in our industry because honestly, it's concerning, but I understand it because if you look at every headline in the sports, it's always negative. Like majority of the time, it's always bashing somebody, saying that this person isn't good enough. And the moment that we get an uplifting response, everyone starts hating on it. I just think they're mad that they didn't come up with it first. I give her all the praise. She deserved that. I would give the same amount of praise to the Jacksonville Jaguars. And guess what? Their head coach, Liam Cohen, he appreciated that. He appreciated that message. So these people are stupid that if they're making fun of her for this message. It's so stupid.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. It's just like that's just so funny. What if anyone heard that message, everyone actually had to hear that message. She was so uplifting. Like it was the most positive thing that you heard, and everything she said, I agreed with. Like she was uplifting. Because these people talk to the same media people every single game. They're always there, the same people. So like for her she spent the whole season with him. So for her to sit there and be like, yeah, you did a fantastic job. Like, I don't even know what angle you come at to hate. Like, I don't
know what the hating is.
That's weird.
It's stupid.
Dude,
it's so stupid.
I don't know. Some people having hate for that. Oh, that's a big yikes, bro.
They gotta look at themselves for that.
That's a little weird. I think I think like David said it perfect. In a space where negativity sells and bashing players sell, so a lot of people do it, because what you'll notice is, right? I'm gonna throw a little bit of shade here. I'm not gonna lie. I don't normally do this, but I'm throwing shade, but it's all I'm just
because
speaking my mind.
Because it sells.
No. It's not because it sells. Here at D&E Takeover, we just speak our mind. We tell the truth. That's what we do here. Like we're more in the aspect of we're gonna give you guys our opinion, and we're not gonna sugarcoat it because so and so is watching or something. Like we're just gonna
sponsor. Like who cares?
Yeah, like we're gonna watch. We're gonna give you guys what we truly think. Certain analysts, if they constantly have to be negative on players, it's most likely because they don't know what they're talking about. Let me say that again. Like just to fully make you guys understand. Certain analysts, if you hear always negativity, they don't know what they're talking about. Because this sport, all the sports that we watch, you can easily pick out positives and easily constantly find ways to uplift these players. But if you're constantly singing negative things on different types of players everywhere you go, it's because you're trying to make sales. And it's because it draws viewers. And it's true. Negativity does sell, for sure. In this space of sports media, if we just trashed, that's what sells. People love it. Go ahead.
We posted those clips of all those trashing. You know how many people would engage in that? Like it's ridiculous.
Because not only that, but people love to argue as well. They love to argue. Everyone thinks they have the right opinion, even though everyone's opinions are like buttholes, and everyone's got one, and it stinks at times when you poop, whatever it is, right? What's it called? But regardless, the point is, like if you constantly have to throw negativity, you're not actually talking about sports. You're just trying to get people to interact with you. Yeah. And in my opinion, people like that don't belong in the space.
I agree.
So
I agree. They're just jealous. But good question, Marcus. That was one of those that needs to be addressed. Marcus says the Eagles are the Indian voice on the other end of the phone. Frauds. Thank you very much. Thank you for the great season. Go to Cancun now. Thank you. Nick Sirianni, pick up the phone. It's us. We're going to Cancun now. Thank you. Bye. Oh God.
It's sad. You're doing good even with the raspy voice.
I know. I was hoping it was going to be a little better, but it's all right. Jay said she did nothing wrong. She was minding her own business, uplifting a man, just like me minding my business and getting flack for nothing I did. Yeah, but the only difference, Jay, is you're not getting a motivational speech from the reporter. I mean, we can give you motivational speech. Jay, fight for it. Go
Jay.
against it. Unless your couch is
fight.
super comfortable, then I don't know.
Nah, Jay, fight for it, bro. Fight and win, Jay.
Marcus says those reporters were told they suck by their dads after little league strikeouts. Lynn Jones did absolutely nothing wrong. Yeah. I mean, negativity sells, and that's the reality of it, whether you agree or disagree. But Eric, I do want to shift gears because I don't know how much longer my voice can last, because I think this might be the last thing for me because I feel my voice slowly running out of air.
No worries.
But I do want to get into Premier League predictions before we move on.
Yes, let's do it.
Because we had week 21 of Premier League predictions, and anyone doesn't understand, me and Eric do a Premier League prediction game where we predict on every single matchup in every week, every fixture of the Premier League. This is week 21, and the score right now is 66 points Eric, 65 points me.
Another blown lead. Sick. Another blown lead.
Eric was up by 5 in this one. And then I came back in that back-to-back weeks. But let's see if we can pull up the comeback in this one. We had the first game, West Ham versus Nottingham Forest. We both had Nottingham winning. Nottingham won 2-1. So we get a point for that. Next one we had was Spurs versus Bournemouth. We both had Spurs winning. Bournemouth won 3-2. So no point for that. Yeah. We both had Brentford drawing against Sunderland. Brentford won 3-0. They played fantastic. Sunderland kind of losing form. We had next one was Villa versus Crystal Palace. We both had Villa winning, and Villa tied 0-0 against Crystal Palace. Crazy. Missed opportunity for Villa, so no point for us. Also, we said that Everton was going to beat Wolves, and Wolves got their back-to-back consecutive points. Crazy. They tied Everton 1-1.
Shout out to Wolves for getting a point. What the hell, bro? These guys had 2 red cards and they still couldn't get a goal. Dude, oh my gosh, man. It's like I don't understand Wolves, but we lost them, so who cares?
Yeah, I don't understand, but they got back-to-back consecutive points, which is good for them. Next one we had was Chelsea beating Fulham, and Chelsea lost 2-1 against Fulham, and they also got another red card. They love red cards.
They suck. I don't understand.
They love red cards. So no point for us. Also, we said that Man City was going to beat Brighton. Man City tied Brighton 1-1 at home. Embarrassing way to lose points. So no point for us. We also said that Manchester United was going to beat Burnley, and Manchester United lost. They tied Burnley 2-2. So no point for us.
Crazy.
Also,
we was off this week.
Yeah, really bad. In this one, we had Newcastle versus Leeds. Eric had Leeds drawing. I had Newcastle winning.
Oh, my
scored 90th first penalty. No, 90th 12th minute. 90th the 102nd minute. They scored a game-winning goal.
Give me a break, bro.
Newcastle.
Give me a flipping break.
Eric doesn't. Crazy. And then last one was we both had game of the week. Arsenal beating Liverpool, and they tied 0-0. So no point.
What a load of bullshit.
Eric, we finished off the week. The comeback is here. The comeback is real.
Oh my
God. You finish off with 67 points. And I finish off with 67 points.
No.
We're tied, baby. We're tied.
Lead. Lead. We're making our predictions next week. I mean, Wednesday, right?
Wednesday. They're not playing. Yeah. They're not playing until the 17th, so we don't even have to do. Wait, yeah, but it's this week, yeah. So yeah, next week. On Wednesday.
Oh my gosh. Well, listen, I know we don't have a lot of time left, or we technically do, but I know you don't have a lot of your voice is bothering you. There is a couple of things I want to highlight really quick in the soccer world. Mm-hmm. If you don't mind, I'll take the brunt of it and
I'll talk about it on Wednesday.
But what?
I'll talk about this stuff on Wednesday with the coaches. You talk about it now. When my voice is back, I'll get to talk about it more on Wednesday.
All right. Wait, Marcus said Eric just bet David will win. That's not how. That's not how. Marcus, bro, you're so silly, man. Listen,
the odds?
Guys, there was a lot that happened in the soccer world this weekend for a lot of
I'll be right
domestic
back.
cups. For starters, I'm going to start out from like the smallest one to the biggest one, in my opinion. A team, I want to get their name right, so give me 1 second. But while I'm doing this, in England, there's a competition called the FA Cup. Basically, for anyone who doesn't understand soccer, in every single league, they have about like 3 trophies to win. Each country has about like two or three trophies to win. They have their League Cup, which is like, for example, that would be the Premier League for England, La Liga for Spain, things like that. And then they have their domestic cup, and their domestic cup is the FA Cup for England, or the it's technically Copa del Rey for Spain, and then they have like between the winners of those two cups, there's another cup where it's like for England it's the Community Shield, for Spain it's the Super Copa de España, things like that. Like in other words, they always come together. There's like about 3 cups to win within your. That's how you win your silverware in soccer. To make it a little bit of a better explanation, it's like the NBA Cup. So in other words, you have the NBA championship, but you have the NBA Cup within the regular season. So it's still a prestigious cup to win, but that's actually where the NBA Cup's idea came from. It came from European footy. But regardless, the FA Cup was going on, and we had a team. I'm not going to go into United yet because that is on the docket for sure. But we had a massive, massive historic upset in the FA Cup on Saturday. A team by the name of Macclesfield FC.
Love it.
A team that plays, I believe, 6 divisions lower than Crystal Palace. Not even the division that they play in. I don't even know if it's considered professional, to be honest. It might be considered semi-pro. Found a way to beat Crystal Palace, a Premier League side, 2-1 in the FA Cup. These are stories that you just love to see in footy. These are stories that you absolutely love to see, bro. Because especially coming from a perspective of a guy that, like, for example, for me, and I also David played as well, like a perspective of basically playing in lower leagues and hoping to play against a big team like that one day, and to be able to get the opportunity and beat them as well. Massive for Macclesfield. They drew, I believe, Brentford next round. I will definitely be tuned in to see if they can continue this Cinderella run, because one win alone is massive for their club, to get eyes on their club. And then obviously it can help in so many different ways for them, as far as like financially, fan wise, like people will just know who that is now. They'll know that team. But they did draw Brentford next round. But just wanted to give a quick shout out to them, like historic for soccer in general. Another thing, Manchester United.
Good.
I believe it's the first game out Ruben Amorim. And
Second game.
They tied Burnley.
They tied Burnley, yeah.
Second game out Ruben Amorim. They lose to Brighton in the FA Cup first round.
Come on, lads. Come on.
More historic downfalls for Manchester United. Not only did they have, at first when it was with Amorim put them in like their worst drought of all time. Amorim leaves, and now it continues to get worse. It continues to get. Now they not only that, they set another club record, all-time low record. This is the earliest they've ever exited the FA Cup.
Come on, lads. There we go. Great job firing manager mid-season.
I'm not even going to talk about the manager. I'm not even going to talk about any of that stuff. I just want to talk about the fact that I was able to watch this game. Man, I don't know what's going to take. This team is... I don't want to jump the gun, but it feels like this team's season is over. It does. And I don't ever agree with unless it's detrimental. Sacking a manager mid-season is like you're basically asking for turmoil. This team is done. They're not making top 4. They'll be lucky if they even make Europe, to be honest with you. Watching this game, Man United, by the way, Man United could have easily won this game. But the way that they played, the best way I could describe it is like the players just looked like, I don't really care, man. Like shout out to Sesko. Sesko was playing with heart. I saw that a lot. Bruno Fernandes is just Bruno Fernandes. And honestly, as a spectator, I'm not a Man United fan. I'm so happy to see him back in that cam spot. He got back in the cam spot, and he's just automatic. He is just automatic. And I kind of forgot how good he actually was at that number 10 spot. Brother is so amazing. I love watching him play that 10. But
You know what's funny? Even funnier, Bruno Fernandes tweets. You see those things? I sent it to you.
oh, the hack
It was crazy.
Bruno Fernandes, man. But either way, just looking at it from other perspectives, certain players just looked like they didn't want to be out there. Like I'm sorry, bro. No disrespect, Mateus Cunha, in my opinion, played horrible. It's a I don't know what to do with this guy as far as he goes, because there's games where he looks amazing and there's games where he just looks annoying. And what I mean by annoying is he just does too much. Tries to dribble the whole team. He's a great player, but sometimes like you have to know when to pick and choose your moments. There's so much talent in him, but like you just have to know when to pick and choose it. Pick and choose when to drive. Pick and choose when to pass the ball. I feel like his decision making was so bad that game. Yeah. Other than that, everything else was just super lackluster. Super lackluster. Look second, almost second to every single ball. Yeah, truth be told, nobody stands out for me in this game, for real. The players, there's definitely a lot to go, like a long way to go. But in my opinion, I don't see anything happening for this team anytime soon. The season's done, everything's done for them. But yeah,
In Portuguese, we have a word for that when someone messes up, and you know, it's like in your face type of thing. It's called bem feita. Like bem feita. You guys did this upon yourself. Like, you guys did it for yourself, so enjoy it.
If I had a corner for every single time that David said Ben Feita, bro, I'd be rich, bro.
Bro, it's true. It's true. It's a well-needed word.
Hey, man. But without further ado, the last thing, I just want to talk about those two things, and then there's two other things I want to talk about, and then we'll close it out. Barcelona versus Real Madrid. I'm not gonna gloat. I'm not gonna get in all your faces right now, because of the time. I am very happy as a Barca fan. Barcelona won the Supercopa de España. Basically checking off not only their first trophy of the season, but going back to back in the Supercopa. I actually looked it up. No one's gone back to back in the Supercopa since I think 2011, 2012, and it was Barcelona. And so I was just looking it up. I'm like, when was the last time someone went back to back? Because it was interesting to me, because that's what was at stake. And I'm gonna double check again. But yeah, if you scroll all the way down. Yeah, last time someone went back to back was from 2010 to 2012, Barcelona. Oh. And then it was Madrid, Barca, Atletico, Athletic Club, Barca, Madrid, Athletic Club, Madrid. You get the gist, right? Either way, Barca win 3-2 in what is a fantastic watch. For me, heart attack. For me, genuine heart attack.
It was a good game.
For the viewer, the spectator, amazing game of footy to watch.
Kind of sloppy at sometimes though. I felt like it was like so back and forth. I'm like, what the heck?
It definitely showed the holes that both defensive have had all year, and also, but the thing is, realistically, came down to the fact that Barca are just the better team right now. Better managed, better players,
the healthiest team too,
better chemistry as well. Like you said, yeah, health wise. I mean, when we say health, we're just talking about Mbappe. Realistically, I mean, we're also talking about Trent.
He's got more than half the goals in that team.
He is their goals. They have to rely on him. But quick things I want to talk about that game. Rafinha, amazing player. Lamine Yamal, great game. Vinicius Jr., great game. Other than that, realistically, I'm not gonna. Frankie De Jong. I think Frankie De Jong. This is a Barca fan talking, so I think people don't really give him the credit he deserves. Oh my!
No, CJ Stroud threw an interception in the red zone.
Bro, this guy is playing for the Steelers.
Why? Doing too much. He's doing way too much right now. He does not need to do that. Take the 3 points.
He sucks. This guy went on an all-time run in his rookie year, thought he was a vet, and then never recovered. What's
Jeez,
going on?
that's bad. That was a bad throw.
Let
Double
me watch it
coverage.
really quick. Dude, he got all
Double
the way down
coverage.
here. Let me see. Yo, oh my God.
It was
What
double covered.
the
Instead of running for the
what?
touchdown.
Look, Matchison Stroud is garbage. It's like he's trying to he's trying to lose.
Eric, he saw your bet.
He's trying to break my curse. I appreciate him, bro. I appreciate him, bro. Shout out to CJ Stroud, man. Look at this. This game should be like 21-6.
Really?
And the Steelers defense acting like they doing something for real. I mean, they've been playing great all year. I mean, all game. But like that, he's just giving the ball to y'all. He could have just ran. What is wrong with him?
That was bad. Bad
But
decision making.
Overall, I think Frankie De Jong doesn't get the credit that he deserves. Pedri obviously is the best midfielder on this team, but Frankie De Jong, bro, is right behind him, in my opinion. I think Frankie De Jong is class. I just think Pedri is more consistent than Frankie. Like, as far as good games, Pedri is a little bit more consistent than Frankie, but Frankie holds it down, bro. It's hard. It is so hard to get the ball off of him.
Yeah.
So hard to get the ball off him. You combine those two, it's really just a nightmare in that midfield for other teams. Oh my God. Now I'm gonna have two group chats going back and forth. But either way, man, where do I even start with this game? Overall, Barca played better, but not too much better, but got away with the win. It's just a final, it's all that matters. Real Madrid. Oh, that's what I want to say. El Clasico's back for sure. The way I saw Dean Hussein and Lamine Yamal arguing gave me vibes of when Ramos was going at Carlos Puyol and shoved him in the face. And mind you, these are international teammates. These guys have to play with each other come World Cup. So like that's how you know El Clasico is definitely back. And I love that for all of us as spectators. But the main thing I want to talk about, bro, Xabi Alonso, the day after the game, steps down as Real Madrid manager.
Which means today.
Yeah, literally today.
Yeah.
Stepped out as Real Madrid manager. I don't think anyone saw this coming. This is the year of sacking managers, I guess, but this one didn't get sacked. This one just stepped down himself. And granted, his in-game decisions were questionable. I think taking off Vinny Jr. was like actually the worst decision that he could have made. Vinny Jr. was the only, and clearly Mbappe was still hurt, and Vinny Jr. was the only one that was able to take the ball and move it up the field like by himself and create. He was having a really great game. So for him to get subbed off was wild rather than Rodrigo. I was really shocked about that because Rodrigo, not that he played bad, but he was not as effective as Vinicius Jr. overall. But after the game, they said that Xabi Alonso stepped down because he just simply was done dealing with the egos.
I can see one.
He just was done dealing with the egos. And then obviously they said after the game, Xabi Alonso, so Barcelona gave the guard of honor. For anyone who doesn't know, after team wins, you have to give them the guard of honor. It's basically the players set up like a tunnel or what's a corridor, I guess you could say, or a hallway, basically for the winning team to walk through, and they basically clap for them, congratulate them for what they did, and yada yada. Barcelona did pay their respects in that way because you set up for the second place team too when they go to get their silver medals. However, the only person that realistically didn't was Lamine Yamal. He was acting a little bit of a brat, a little bit of an idiot.
He's a douchebag. We already know this.
Like true teenager actions. To be honest,
don't even bring teenager in. He's a douchebag.
No, but it is. No, but it is because
there's a lot of teenagers that are a lot mature than that.
Yeah, there is, but at the same time, if you saw an 18-year-old doing that in any game, you wouldn't be shocked. You would sit there and you would say he's just immature.
I would say he's a douchebag.
If he's doing that at the age of 23, 24, 25, then it's like, okay, this guy is just weird. I agree with you. He's definitely a douchebag. Definitely a douchebag. But it is the act of an immature kid. It is.
It's immature. He did that the same thing when Portugal won the Nations League. Didn't do anything. Wasn't a part of that tunnel.
He needs to learn how to lose gracefully, or not lose gracefully, but win gracefully and lose gracefully. He needs to learn. I'm here with all the theatrics, all the sunglasses, all the dancing. I'm here for it all. But when it's time to congratulate the other team and be respectful, you know what I mean? Be respectful. You guys go to war during the game, and that's it. Leave it there. Afterwards, everyone's still players. Everyone's still trying to accomplish the same thing. Be respectful. Someone definitely, I hope that's something he grows out of. Right? That's the way I see it. Definitely a douchebag right now, but like I don't because when the reason it doesn't bother me as much as one, obviously I'm a Barcelona fan, so it's not going to bother me as much. And two, which is the main reason, is he's eating his words as well. He's gotten what he's deserved from Nuno Mendes, from PSG, from Inter Milan. Like he's gotten all of his L's before. He's suffered before in a sense, and in those moments, like he takes his L's on the chin. It's just he just needs to learn how to act. That's where he's losing it. But the main point of it all is when it's time for Barcelona to get their guard of honor from Real Madrid. Xabi Alonso is telling his players, "Come, let's go give them the guard of honor." God of honor. You quite literally see Kylian Mbappe wave over. My gosh, bro, wave over and basically say, "No, let's go back in the locker room. We're not giving them the guard of honor." And you see the players start to listen to Mbappe and not listening to their coach. At that point, not only did he lose the locker room, but like you have no power. No one's listening to you anymore. And also, I think it's classless. I think it's absolutely classless. Obviously, I'm going to view it from that perspective. There's no way that you're going to tell me that I didn't see anything else. Obviously, maybe something was said that was ridiculous. I don't know. Because there was a lot of chirping during the game, obviously. But to sit there and basically, from what we saw, from what we was given in the media, to sit there and basically look at Lamine Yamal and that be the reason why the whole team possibly doesn't give a guard of honor, that's ridiculous. That's utterly ridiculous, in my opinion. That there's no world where that would have happened. That I would have done that. I don't want to speak for you, David, but I don't believe David would have done that either. I think we both were just taking our L on the chin, guard of honor, and then left immediately after, if it was that much of a problem or if it was that much of an issue. But regardless, after that, basically, Xabi Alonso was like, I lost the locker room. I lost the locker room, and there's no point in being here because the players don't listen, and I can't get them to get on the same page. I can't get my philosophies across. They play bad, and people get angry at me when they play bad, and they still want to play on the field, and then I bench people, and then we're still playing bad, but then it's my fault because so-and-so is not playing well or anything like that. These are one of the situations where I give props to Xabi Alonso. Honestly, I'm happy about it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm happy about it as a whole. Go ahead.
If I can say one thing about it, I said this to you. I texted this about it to you, but I respect that about him because I love when people tell the truth and they call out people. I love it. I love it when that person says what's on their mind and it's the truth and calls out the people that are being ridiculous. I can already tell you there's one person in that locker room that has a big attitude and ego, and that's Vinny. We know that. We can tell on the field antics that he does. And I think at the end of the day, for a manager to be at one of the greatest clubs of all time, Real Madrid, if not the greatest club of all time, and for him to step down because of that reason, I respect that because you're not going to suffer anymore with this team. You're not going to suffer all the backlash you get in the media. You're going to be like, you know what? They stink. They have attitudes, and I'm out of here. And I respect that. I still think he's a fantastic coach. It's just they have issues with their attitudes in the locker rooms with Real Madrid, and that's a big thing. And also, one more thing about the guard of honor. I know it's a tradition, and obviously I would have followed it because it's a footy tradition. Me personally, this is a personal thing. I think it's kind of dumb. I'm a big guy where I don't like congratulating the other team after they win. Like I'm a big guy where I would rather just go into the you guys won. You guys are getting your congratulations. You're getting your celebration. I lost. I don't want to see you. I'm gonna go in the locker room. But I understand staying for it and being respectful. But I would probably if that was a thing, I would probably just get rid of it. Like after the game in soccer, we used to handshake everyone when we were 10, 11, 12. In my head, I was like, why are we handshake? Why are we giving high fives to the team we just versed?
I like it because I think sportsmanship is underlooked Like sometimes as a like we take sportsmanship for granted. I think it's a very important aspect of the game because I think being able to understand that this is just a game is very important. Like that you take away aspects of sportsmanship and people like being good sports after a loss, you get to a point where things get extremely aggressive. You know what I mean? And like, granted, yes, that's what you want to see, but once the game is over, like giving a guard of honor to me is like you don't have to clap or anything. You could just let them walk. You know what I mean? But I like it. I like it though. I like it because it adds more to the game. Because now like when you lose and like you have bragging rights. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think it's good. You never want to be on the other side of it, and it makes you want to play harder, if that makes sense. Like in that aspect as well. I like it because it's like you don't want to be the one getting clapped for getting second place. What? Like you don't want to do that. Like that, and you don't want to watch the other team celebrate and walk over there. You don't want to be the ones who you gotta be on the podium. But I like the tradition. I think it's nice. I think it's good. Is it kind of pointless when you think about it as a whole? Like, is it effective? You're probably right. You know what I mean? It's probably pointless as a whole.
Mm.
But at the end of the day, Xabi Alonso out. Freaking Arbeloa, former Real Madrid player, in. Go ahead. Go ahead.
One more thing, and then I'll stop talking. The one thing that makes it the most weirdest thing ever. I don't think you found this weird. You probably did.
Mm.
But literally, like 15, 30 minutes after Xabi Alonso said he was gone, Real Madrid already has a new manager. Okay. So what does that tell me? That tells me one of two things. That they're already looking for a manager. And for them to come to an agreement that quickly already tells me that they were either going to fire Xabi Alonso in the next coming days or that they were already looking for his replacement this quickly. It's kind of upsetting that you don't have that much faith in a head coach.
I want to see. Where is this Xabi Alonso post? Hold on. Where's. Wow. What the heck, bro? Even Mbappe said it was nice, like playing with. You still said something nice about him.
Yeah.
This is what I want to see. Where did they even find Arbeloa? Like,
I have no idea.
like what history did he have coaching? That's what I want to know.
No clue.
Like, I need to research this because I know he's a former player for Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure. Alvaro Arbeloa, career. Yeah, he played for Real Madrid. But what coaching experience does this guy have? Yo, bro. He's just there. Real Madrid just need people. They have a serious player issue. They just need someone to just stand in. I don't know, bro. Because if you can't manage the egos, Gareth Bale, Thierry Henry said, he basically went back to a quote that Gareth Bale had in 2015. He said, with Real Madrid, or not 2015, probably when he retired. I forgot when Bale retired, but he said with Real Madrid, it's not about really managing the team. It's about managing the egos. He goes, you manage the egos, you're fine. The team's good enough to go get the wins. Right? He's like, you obviously you have to put like coaching into it, but you gotta manage the egos. And if you can't manage the egos, the team can't win. And to be so honest with you, like I guess Arbeloa might be able to do that, but realistically, like again, this is another team I'm looking at. I think their season's over.
Yeah.
I truly think their season's over. I don't think there's anything that coming back from it. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I saw a report saying that Vinny at one point was threatening not to re-sign his contract if Xabi Alonso was still coach. And it's like I think, Florentino Perez, granted, president of Real Madrid, has done a lot for the club. Dude, if I hear that, I'm like, bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Vinny's out the door by next season, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think Vinny needs to go. And there's too much going on at this point.
See, I'm so petty. I'm so petty that I would be like, okay, bye, Vinny. Like, I'm so petty that I would do that.
See, but Florentino Perez is actually known for that. Mm-hmm. Florentino Perez, when someone threatens to leave, he's like, all right, the door's right there.
Soft, bro. He got soft.
He's known for that. So I don't know. Xabi Alonso, the people kept reiterating back to a fact when Xabi Alonso was at Real Madrid, Bayern came knocking, right? And Xabi Alonso got the offer and he said, Bayern want me and I want to leave. And he thought in return, that Florentino Perez would be like, no, stay. Florentino was like, all right, see you later. If you want to leave, get the deal done. Let's get and sure enough, it happened. And again, Xabi Alonso came to the door and was like, I don't want to be here. And it speaks volumes in my opinion because, dude, Xabi Alonso played for Madrid. Xabi Alonso has great years for Madrid. It's wild when you have a former player of that stature to come back and be like, yeah, I'm done, bro. I don't want to even be here. He wasn't even there for a year. He was there less than freaking Amorim, bro, at United.
Yeah.
And he did better than Amorim. Xabi Alonso only lost like 4 or 5 games. And still he's like, I'm done. It speaks volumes to where they're at. And in my opinion, I don't know what is next for Real Madrid, but in my opinion, I think one of that front three just has to get sold. And not because they can't play together. I think they can play together if they get the right coach to put them in, in their place. But no disrespect, like Vinny's a great player, but if Vinny is gonna constantly complain about having to play every single minute and be this way, pack it up and go somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'm good, bro. It's a headache.
Yeah.
The team's good enough to win without him. They've proven it.
And for people saying that you can't control egos, people are going to be different. I think if you look back at that Real Madrid team with Gareth Bale, with Ronaldo, with Benzema, that's a lot of ego. Ronaldo has a lot of that ego right there. And to be able to control that and to win Champions Leagues, repeat, it's very talented in a situation.
On top of it, there was an understanding between that front three as well. Like, look at, for example,
each other.
The moment that Ronaldo left, or not the moment, I should say, the moment that Benzema was by himself, look how good of a striker Benzema actually was this entire time. Not saying that Benzema was bad, but when Benzema was given the keys, look how good he actually was. He was phenomenal, so much so he won a Ballon d'Or. And that striker took a backseat to Ronaldo because he understood what it meant to win. Same thing for Gareth Bale. Granted, Gareth Bale wasn't a Ballon d'Or winner, but like they all took back seats. They always like, bro, we'll play our role in this team
because they care about winning more than individual success, and that's all that matters.
That's what's wrong with Real Madrid. I mean, I don't know, man. And then you look at the other side. You go and you look at the other side of it. Endrick made his debut for Lyon. I know it's not a lot, but Endrick made his debut for Lyon. He scored, and he looks a little bit more lively. It's just this team is too ego. It's too much ego. Everyone feels like they have to play. In reality, they're not that amazing. They're not that fantastic. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. Real quick, and to one more topic about soccer, and then I'll stop it. I don't know if you saw this, Eric. I didn't know if this was true or not. I had to look it up. I had to make sure the source was correct. It was. But I know you told me before, you said you have Benfica, right? Yeah. Benfica lost to Braga 3-1, which is terrible for Benfica. Very embarrassing loss in league play. I think they're third place right now, Benfica, which is not up to their expectations with Jose Mourinho at the head coach. Yeah. Jose Mourinho was so embarrassed by it. He made his team sleep in the locker room. They slept in their locker room. I'm like, hold up, what source is this? Yo, it's a legit source.
That can't be real, bro. What?
Look,
I just feel like I'm going home. There's no way you're making me sleep in the locker room. He said,
I want you guys to have nightmares about this game. So you're sleeping here in the same stadium that you lost. Something like that. Crazy.
Did they lose in Braga or no?
I don't know if they lost in Braga. I think they lost in Benfica. I think they lost home.
He said, stay here.
Yeah, wait. I'm going to see this now.
Nightmares. Holy moly. They couldn't even go home to their families.
That's sleeping in stadium. Wait, hold up.
There's no way, bro. Send me that.
Yeah, right here. It says BBC News said Benfica players sleep at training ground after loss. It said Jose Mourinho took his players to stay at Benfica's training ground after they lost against Braga in League Cup semifinals. And the Portuguese manager said he hoped they don't sleep and instead think a lot.
Wow.
Bro, this is true. BBC.
Wow. Jose Mourinho said this will change or it won't change, bro. Pick one. He said it's changing or you're going to suffer.
Crazy.
Wow, bro. Shout out to Jose Mourinho,
Yeah.
bro. He's trying to get Benfica back on top because they've been awful.
Yeah,
But
it's crazy.
yeah, that's all I have for today. That's all I
Yeah.
have. Not gonna really talk about the NBA too much. We could wait till next week. I
Yeah.
mean, we can wait till Wednesday.
Fair enough. But real quick, we have some comments I do want to get into.
Still,
Marcus says, what's the club where anytime a team can compete, like rec teams can play Premier League teams?
what's the cup where anytime he said
Sorry.
rec teams can play against? It's not really rec teams, but it's like FA Cup, FA Cup or Carabao Cup. You'll get that. Most actually no, you only get that FA Cup, I think, because the FA Cup, the entirety, any professional team or any semi-professional team gets to play in it. Like everyone registers for it. You gotta register for it, and you got
It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's a cool idea. I like it.
It's good.
Jay said, team is a bunch of drunks who met at a bar and decided to form a team. No, they're a little more organized. Jay said, when does D&E FC take over the pitches of NY? Honestly, we got to get that in the works.
Hey, man, a lot of money involved. A lot of money involved.
Tyler Roberts in the building. Shout out to you, Mike. I appreciate you. He said, wow. I don't know. That's reference to. He said, play Fortnite. I can't. I'm too busy doing the podcast. And he said, Tyler. Yeah, shout out to you. Appreciate you.
What's good, Tyler? What's good?
Appreciate you for popping out. Jay said in America we have a word for that as well. For instead of Benfica, they use dumbass. Similar. Marcus says guard of honor. ... He said, "What the hell is footy?" And he said, "Oh, that handshake like was fu." Yeah, for sure. The best is when you had beef with another player on the other team, and then you go give him a handshake, and he doesn't give you a handshake, and then you start fighting. You're like,
yeah, or like someone smacks your hand mad hard.
Yeah,
You're like, hey,
yeah. It's funny.
Oh my god, man.
Ray said, when everyone thinks Real Madrid are finished, they go and win the Champions League. He said, Vinny isn't the problem. He said, defense and a midfield don't control games. He said, Vinny
te queda.
Thank you.
All right, let me give a quick topic, right? Or a quick thought. You say when everyone thinks that Madrid is finished, they go and win Champions League. That's right. That happened last year for sure. Mm-hmm. That definitely happened last year. Because that's when it started last year. Last year is when they finally fell off. Secondly, this was Vinny's first good performance in like 5 to 10 games. Vinny has not performed well at all, and people were actually putting a lot of pressure on him playing in this game. He hasn't played well.
It was his first goal scored since October.
Dude, he's been awful. He has not been good for the way he's played. And also, to your point, not only has Vinny not been good, but you're right. Midfield-wise, they haven't been the best. I think it's because the rule that Jude Bellingham is playing. I think he needs to be pushed up the field a little bit more. And he came into Madrid playing like a 10 role, and he needs to stay in that role. And also defensively, yeah, you guys are awful. Center backs wise, riddled for center backs. Actually, there's not a single center back other than Eder Militao that I would trust at Real Madrid. Everyone else sucks. Everyone else actually sucks at that team. It's so bad. Right back, they're playing Freddy Valverde and they can't play a right back. They don't have a right back to play right now. So I agree with you. I think Vinny's part of the problem, though. I definitely do think that.
And then Ryan Eastby said, shout out to Ryan. He said,
good.
Why did Eric take the cornrows out, and why didn't David ever get any?
I can answer. For me, I had to get them out. They don't last forever.
And to answer that, I'm just waiting for the right time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God, bro.
He said, imagine inviting an IG model to the game and you go to text her, coach, sorry. Said, coach is making us sleep in the locker room. Sorry.
Yo, hold on. Let me handle something really quick. Keep going.
What you got to do. Yeah, that would be a crazy thing. Imagine like texting your wife or your significant other. Like, why aren't you coming home? Like, coach is making us sleep in the locker room. It's crazy. And Ray says, Kings money line. Right now, the Lakers are winning 22-21. It's close. Honestly, the way the Lakers are playing, I wouldn't be surprised if the Kings win, but I would still say the Lakers get the W. But could be wrong. Without further ado, sorry if I keep on clearing my throat. I'm just trying to get everything cleared because I can't really talk.
I'm
But we're about to close
back.
it out. You ready?
I had to. One of my pet peeves is when people call me during my pod, especially when they know what's going on. That pisses
What
me
do
off
you-
so much.
Oh no, Nico Collins got injured.
Oh my god. Oh no, it's like CJ Stroud was throwing him the football or
My
something.
prediction. I had him 65 plus.
Yeah, yo, yes, bro, yes, yes. Give me more. Come on, Steelers. Now
Crazy.
all I need is the Steelers to win. Come on, let's go.
Damn it. But
Yo,
Eric,
Phil is somewhere sweating. I wish I had Phil's number.
yeah.
Phil is somewhere sweating right now.
Nick says love you.
Yeah, because he
Appreciate
was
it.
the one that freaking did it. I don't want to say bad words.
Without further ado, guys, we're close out the show because my voice needs the rest. And yeah, I know we went over the mark and we talked about everything. But without further ado, guys, hopefully my voice will be cleared back for Wednesday's show. It should be good. It's been getting better and better. I can actually form sentences, so it's good. And yeah, we get to talk more and get more in-depth conversations and talk about this Monday Night Football game. And get into more predictions for a week divisional round. But without further ado, guys, we appreciate every single one of you guys. And just a quick little thought, we have a new subscriber. We went to 271.
Hey, let's go.
Fantastic. Love y'all. Appreciate it. And without further ado, enjoy the rest of your night. Be
Bro.
safe the next couple days. We'll be back on Wednesday. What happened?
Wait, did I just watch that right?
What?
Did CJ Stroud freaking? Did they hike the ball and CJ Stroud wasn't even ready?
I'm not sure.
What the? Oh, deep ball. Oh, what a catch! Holy, what the heck, bro? Oh my god! All right, you could
Yeah,
sign
I got
yourself now. My bad.
Without further ado, guys, enjoy. We'll be back on Wednesday, same time. You guys know. And it's been your boy David,
And your boy Eric.
and we are out. We appreciate y'all. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the football, and we'll be back on Wednesday. Peace.
Deuces.